Hey, what's going on, people? It's your boy Porter Rock 77 coming at you every Wednesday night. 60 Frames No Like podcast, the fastest growing podcast on a Wednesday's night. Now I'm lying. It's probably not the fastest, but it's a good podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk gaming. We got some great topics. Different faces today. You know, some people, life happens. Everybody's doing big things and stuff like that. But I got a great crew here today. You know, they want to talk about gaming and stuff like that. Snort a little cocaine and shit like that. Who knows what's gonna go on today? But anyway, so I'm going to introduce, some of the panels that's here today, and we're just going to rock out. So first off, I'm going to start out with my man, Craig Harris, top flight of security of the world. Craig, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Porter Rock? Thanks for the vine. What's up out there, everybody? Just hoping to kick it off and have a good podcast here. Keep it gaming.
Awesome. All right. And I got another guest up in here, my man, Dameon, the one with the Xbox One controller, ugly-ass avatar. Now I'm just playing, man. I'm playing. What's going on, Dameon? Thank you so much for joining. What's going on, brother?
Thanks for having me, man. Let's just have fun. Hope everybody enjoys the show.
Okay, that's cool, man. Oh, shit. They have Xbox in the Virgin Island? I thought fucking Phil Spencer didn't give a shit about the COVID. Now I'm playing. I'm not. Man, it's good to have you here, man. It's going to have a great conversation, man. All right, and of course, I got the man, the Fonz. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? It's good to be here. Glad to see the panel members we've got tonight. We're going to have a great show.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate it. Then, of course, I got my man, Jay Sentries here. You know what I'm saying? He's been, this guy's like, he's kind of like the new Don King. He's in the background, setting people up, doing Discord. He's doing all types of shit, man. And he's a fellow veteran. You know what I'm saying? Served this country. I appreciate it, brother. What's going on, Jay?
Nothing much, man. It's your boy, Jay Sentries from Sentires Gaming. Coming live to you on Porter Rock's channel.
All right, that's what's up. And hey, don't let the Master Chief Avatar fool you. My man went PC gaming. He said, "Fuck Xbox." I'm playing. I'm agitated, man. That's what's so cool. And then finally, I got my man who gives no fucks. He just want beers, bitches, and cocaine. My man, Resurrection. What's going on, brother? Oh shit! I think he's still doing the line.
Man, he hasn't got done sniffing that line yet.
I just told you. He
ain't directed yet. That's what's up.
Right now, he's fucking around with the bitch. He'll come on right now, my man, Resurrection. But when he comes on, you'll know it and stuff. All right, so what's going on, fellas? Hey, before I like to start out every podcast, like to see what you guys have been playing. So, Craig, what you been playing real quick?
I went back in to redo. I'm doing Mass Effect again, and then I'm going to start off again on that Hitman.
Okay, cool. The Hitman, that's the episodic shit, right?
Yeah, I got the whole thing though. I don't do episodic. That's like getting the girl home and her passing out on the couch.
Bullshit. Damn. All right. Okay, that's an interesting way of putting it. All right. So my man Dameon from the Virgin Islands. What's up, brother? What's going on? What you been playing out there?
A little bit of everything. Been playing a touch of Horizon Zero Dawn, playing some Destiny. I don't know, Halo Wars, just a little bit of everything. I've been bouncing all over the place.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't know, man. If I would have been Virgin Islands, I'll be with bikini bitches and fucking margaritas.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh,
God,
shit.
Damn. Man, I don't
Did
know.
You done your lines?
I
did. Your lines?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I couldn't, my audio wasn't matching nothing.
Yeah. All right, so we got you here. We here. So that's cool, man. I'll get up to you. All right. So, Fonz, what's up? What you been playing?
Oh, man, I've been playing The Witcher 3, man. I've been playing the shit out of that.
You're going to be there for a while.
Yep.
That's a great game. Great game.
Yep. Sure.
Yo, Jay, what you going on? And please don't tell me Halo still.
No, it's not Halo, man. Actually, I've been playing the new Warhammer 40K Dawn of War 3. RTS, of course, y'all don't know nothing about that, but that game is actually really good.
I like RTS.
What the fuck?
Oh, man, come on,
My
yo.
man became PC Master Race up in
How dare you say they don't know nothing about RTSs? All
Hey, man, they don't know nothing about good RTSs. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Hey, all hell to the king. What's going on? Oh shit, Jay! Damn, my man.
That in the what's it called? 2.
Okay, wow. What game?
Outlast 2.
Outlast 2. How's that? Compared to the first?
Look, I didn't play the first one. Me and Rez was talking about it when I was downloading it, right? I really didn't. I never played the first one, so I didn't know what the game was about. The first couple of hours that I got into the game, I was like, why the fuck am I always running? Where's my gun? Why can't I shoot these dudes? And then I had to like do a little research to figure out what the hell the game was about. So now I'm a little bit less pissed off that there's no way to actually kind of fight back. You know, because I was thinking that you would actually get a gun at some point, kind of like Resident Evil 7. You know, some point you would be able to grab a weapon or something and be able to fight back. But obviously, I was didn't pay attention to what the actual game and premise was about when I first started playing. So I would say for the genre that it is, it's really good.
Okay, all right.
I haven't finished it yet though.
All right, and finally, when he's not in the strip clubs, you know, doing his lines, he's playing games. So what games you've been playing? Resurrection.
I've been on that Horizon Zero Dawn.
Still?
Yeah, I was playing Zelda for like a month, so I'm back on Horizon right now. I've been playing that a little bit. That's pretty much all I've really been playing, to be honest. Oh, and I've been playing fucking Mario Kart. I forgot about that shit. I got the
plug. Getting your ass whooped by Dave.
You a goddamn lie. I can show my shit right now and show you that we 12-12. I got my goddamn receipts.
I knew that would rile his ass up.
Fuck you talking about?
My man said, "What?"
You know, Dave's gonna come back, beat you 15 more times.
Yeah, we'll see about that, motherfucker.
That's good, man. But that's good. We all gaming and stuff. We all different platforms. That's cool, right? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so the topics in the description for the panel members here. I got the topics in the comment box here in Google Hangouts.
Hey, hold on. Can I address one thing on this chat? Halo 2 is a decent RTS, but it is not like comparable to like Warhammer 40K or fucking StarCraft or any of them. All right, it's a beginning level RTS, and I've said this several times to other people that think it's like the best. It's not.
Hey, I never said it's the best. I never said it's the best.
No, one of the guys in the comment section was talking about
Halo Wars 1. You know, you're right. It is a simple RTS. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's an entry level at anything of that.
Ain't a goddamn thing wrong with that.
Yeah. Oh no.
Basically, now that Jay Sentry's PC Master Race, he's saying that we console plebs don't know what RTS is.
No, man.
I know what you're saying, bro.
Like, I was talking to a couple of guys last night about this. There's nothing really right now that warrants me to go back to the Xbox when I just got a PC a few months back.
I could be one of those kind of shows. Let's shit on the Xbox. Let's shit on the Xbox.
No, he needs Halo 6. I mean, you could tell from his avatar. He needs Halo 6.
No, I don't need Halo 6. I need to get in that Sea of Thieves beta that they refused to put me in yet, that I've been waiting on.
You don't want to play that shit game.
I want to play that. I want to play that slave simulator, is what you like to call it.
Yeah, you don't want to play that slave simulator.
Yeah, I do, man.
Don't play that shit, man. Come on, man. We came a long way. You know what I'm saying? Don't go back.
Oh, yes, I want to play it, bro. I want to play it.
That's cool. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna start with the first topic. So we'll start off light, and then we're gonna get heavy hitting. So, today on article release, 505 Game Studios now have the publishing rights to Remedy Games, and it's been confirmed Remedy Games is making a game that's multi-platform, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 4. So
they've been confirmed that though.
Yeah, they've been confirmed that they make a games in development, but nobody really.
Yeah, I think the IP that they first was like
game in development.
IF. Was the name of the IP?
Like 7 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone jumped on the train to get the publishing rights, but now 505 signed on, so they have like a multi-year contract or multi-game contract now to do it. So, what you guys think about that? What you got? You think that's something that Microsoft missed the boat on? You think that's something they should have?
I don't think it's that. I think it's
20 year right to the next game.
No, I think it's this, man. I think Remedy realizes, just like a lot of these other companies, just like THQ and them, that the only way that they're going to stay afloat is by going multi-plat, because you can't, like, with exclusives, like you can only cater to that one console or that one device, right? So you can't, like, if you put like, I want to say fucking $40 or $60 million into that, and you don't get your return on your investment, you just lost out. So the best way to go is multi-plat, so you can guarantee a return on your investment.
Okay.
You know, and I think that's what it is. It's a simple business.
It is, yeah. I mean, yeah, for like technically, if you're a studio that's not directly under a first party, like if they keep you as a second party relationship and they don't actually like buy into you, then you're right. It's kind of hard to only make a game exclusive for a console, but you don't get the privilege of being part of the first party. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't get the financing. You don't get
y'all motherfuckers wrong.
Oh shit! Go ahead, tell us what's going on, Damon. What's going on? Let us know.
the issue with Remedy in their games and why they have to go multi-plat is basically Remedy builds a specific type of game. All the Remedy's games are the same. They're just on the wrong console.
That's not Remedy, because remember, Remedy was originally on both consoles.
Nah, but this is what I'm saying. That was Max Payne, right?
But Max Payne was done by Remedy.
But Max Payne is an Xbox type of game. I go in, you shoot them up, blow them up,
okay,
boom, boom, boom.
What is the difference between Max Payne and Quantum Break?
One is good, the other one's not.
No,
I'm talking about it gameplay wise. If you go back and play some of the original Max Paynes, it had time-based elements, right? The same as Quantum Break.
Yeah, but
like, a whole nother level.
The only thing in Max Payne was the bullet time shit, right?
Yeah, but it was still wasn't not a third-person action shooter.
No, but what I'm saying is this. Listen, there's one thing to be a third-person action shooter, and then there's the next thing to be a shoot 'em up, blow 'em up, right? Max Payne was all shoot 'em up, blow 'em up, no puzzles to solve, no mystery, no nothing like that. Quantum Break on the other end was more story-driven. You know, there was a plot to it. There was a reason for the madness.
But there was
Quantum Break. No.
That appeals. There was a good story behind Max Payne.
Yeah, there was, but what I'm saying is the story was always kicked back. When you hear Max Payne, you don't hear no story. You hear bullet time. You hear all the action in Max Payne. Ain't nobody. What was the story in Max Payne?
The original story for Max Payne, if I'm not mistaken, that he was a cop. His family got killed by a drug cartel, and he went to go revenge the family.
You're not even sure. You say
I'm sure.
It was.
I just basically told you from what I remember of the story.
There be cop.
Let me ask you: when you hear Max Payne, you remember bullet time, right?
But let me ask you this: do you remember the entire story of Quantum Break? Because I can remember little bits and pieces of it, and I only played it maybe once. All the way through.
And this is the thing, and I'm being straight, right?
Somebody said
I'm an Xbox guy. I prefer Xbox, right? But to be honest, I have put my Xbox on the shelf. So I buy the games, but I'm waiting for the Scorpio. And I've decided
that's what everybody's doing. I can say the same thing for me right now. I'm waiting to see what games they have.
But when I say that, I can guarantee you if Quantum Break had released on the PlayStation, it'd have sold millions. It'd have done. No. Listen, all you guys hate.
No. You're right. I agree with you.
Nothing.
I agree with you. The only reason I agree with you on that is because it would have been a multi-plat.
No, not
Jay, shut the fuck, Jay. Seriously, Jay, shut the fuck up. Seriously.
That's it. Hey, that cocaine. Exactly.
All right. I know.
Rez, I agree that it was millions if it was a multi-plat.
You always come here, you always damage it, bro.
All right. Let me ask you this: what was wrong with Quantum Break?
There was nothing wrong with Quantum Break. Quantum Break.
The only problem with Quantum Break is the platform it was on.
Quantum Break was wrong. Quantum Break should have never been on the Xbox. Nobody bought that shit. Let's just be real.
Because of the platform, nothing was wrong with the game.
Hold on. Let me talk.
Other than the platform.
Do you remember the whole thing that hurt Quantum Break? Does anyone remember?
What? That whole nonsense about it being 727. Wait, it's 7.
Well, it was that, and it was also the main complaint that most people had with Quantum Break.
Okay, tell us, Jay.
It had the 30-minute shows in between every chapter.
Okay, what happened with? All
right, that was the main complaint. Now, Rez? Let me finish. Do I disagree with you that some of the reasons why it didn't succeed on the Xbox was because the fans didn't buy it? Yes, I agree with you on that. But I feel like if Remedy would have made that game multi-plat, it still would have succeeded. Because remember, Quantum Break went to Steam, and it still didn't even sell enough even on Steam.
Yeah, but we don't know that. Because
no, they came out a couple of months later and even gave the sales numbers on Steam on how much it actually sold on Steam.
Jay, tell us what happened with Recore.
Recore was the same thing. It was based off the community. The community didn't want to support the game. I agree with you on that aspect.
My thing is,
Rez, I don't disagree with you that the Xbox community doesn't buy the first parties. I never once said that that's not true. I completely agree.
So my thing is, stop acting like Remedy ain't leaving that motherfuckers because they not getting all
the. Did you not hear me at the beginning? The reason why they're leaving is because they know that they can't succeed as a second party development team. I agree that they should
But you said, but you also tried to throw it in and say, well, like most. No, don't say like most people. Let's stay right here. Let's stay right with Remedy, motherfucker. Let's stay right there.
Right.
Remedy. We talking about Remedy. We're not talking about anybody else. Remedy is trying to make games on other platforms simply because motherfuckers that play on the Xbox are not buying them. That's just the simple. There was nothing wrong with Quantum Break. Quantum Break is a good game. Quantum Break was a great game. I played the game on Xbox. I enjoyed it.
That could go the same with any developer on no matter what.
Okay, that's fine. Give us some, Jay. Give us some examples.
I can't give you an example on PlayStation because the one thing that PlayStation
they buying those
compared to Xbox guys is they do support their first party and second party IPs.
That's what
I can agree with you on that. But what I'm saying is that could go with any developer regardless.
Okay,
but you can say at any point in time, hey, I'm not making enough on PlayStation, so I need to go sell it to another party.
But Jay, you're doing a whatever
situation. Let me get you 2 quick points. I'm willing to guarantee you, if Horizon Zero Dawn, as great as it is, was on the Xbox, it would have flopped.
Well, yes,
the Xbox community would not support
the communities involved.
But wait, and the next thing we gotta. There's a major factor that we keep forgetting. Sony markets better than Microsoft right now. They sell their games to their players much better than Microsoft is selling their games.
Again,
Microsoft ain't trying to sell. Listen, Microsoft, how could you have one show for a whole year, E3? And expect people to get hyped.
That's not technically true. Hold on. That's not technically true because Microsoft always does E3 and they do Gamescom. That's 2 shows in a year.
Okay, let me ask you. But what do they really show at Gamescom? They don't really show shit.
No, they weren't there.
Actually, they have because remember they didn't show the full gameplay or anything last year for Scalebound until Gamescom. They didn't show that all the way.
But let me ask you this, Jay. And I'm like, it
was the same thing with Crackdown when they showed Crackdown the 17 minute trailer.
But let me ask you this, Jay. After because you remember from 2013 up until last year, Microsoft was just having their conference games. Sony was showing you a bunch of bullshit. But at the end of the day, people walk away thinking like, oh my God, I want to play those PlayStation games more. Sony, I think because of their movie business, they know how to craft the game to make it more appealing.
I don't deny you on that at all. Sony has always had better marketing.
And to me, Microsoft going to show you a major cutscene from the game and expect you to get hyped. But Sony's taking bits and pieces.
And somebody in the comments
get you hyped.
Somebody in the comment section brought up a good point. They had mentioned Sunset Overdrive and Quantum Break would have been successful on PlayStation. Look at this. Sunset Overdrive came out in 2014. It sold 1.15 million as of today.
In my opinion, Sunset Overdrive was not very good.
Oh,
very good.
I personally didn't like it.
Let me make a point. Make a real point about the marketing. Let me show you the difference between Sony marketing and Microsoft marketing. And this is probably the best example of how they do business.
It's simple. Microsoft markets towards their main 3. They don't market towards their other IPs.
Not even that. Look at this.
They don't market at all.
Look at this past holiday. You saw 2 commercials, right? One for Microsoft, one for PlayStation. When Sony showed their commercial, you saw God of War, you saw Horizon, you saw Spider-Man, you saw games that wasn't even coming out the holiday. But Sony knows if people are going to buy a console this holiday, we need to let them know Spider-Man's coming before they make that decision.
Exactly.
You know what was Microsoft commercial? Hey, we're coming out with a 4K Blu-ray player with 4K streaming and 4K HDR gaming.
But remember,
most people were like, what the fuck is that? Sony's message is simple. Spider-Man on a console. That's it.
Microsoft the den.
They suck ass on marketing.
We just have the Microsoft now is completely backtracked on all their marketing. Because remember with the 360, right? The 360 had hell of good marketing. Whatever happened with that team that market for the 360, they had to get rid of.
Yeah, you know what happened?
Because their marketing now is, I could agree with
it was a third-party marketing company, and you know who snatched them up at the beginning of this generation? Sony did. If you go back and research it, you'll see the marketing company that did all the marketing for the 360, Sony hired them to market the PS4.
And if that's true, then that's
it's a third party marketing company.
Oh, it's terrible. I
that,
can agree with
that
you on
Microsoft decided they're gonna do their own marketing, and Sony snatched up the company.
Microsoft has the worst. I seen a commercial for Microsoft where they were talking about Xbox Live, and it literally was like, according to an independent survey between this day and Microsoft. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, that's real talk. Microsoft
survey commercial.
They
So
do
And, and the next thing is this, right? As much as, don't get me wrong, I think Phil Spencer is doing a good job with turning around the company. But do I think he's the right person to be the head of Microsoft? Nope. He's not the right person to be the head of Xbox.
I said the same shit.
Good.
I said the same shit.
He's not the right person to be the head of Xbox.
But you guys don't understand. He's not in charge of all that.
He's not in charge. It's Satya that's in charge. He can do what Satya does.
Satya is in charge of Microsoft. I'm talking about being in charge of the Xbox.
No.
Here's the thing. Xbox, Xbox One S.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
No. So Xbox.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
No, here's a breakdown people don't know. The actual division is called More Personal Computing Division. Now, under that division, you got 5 subdivisions. Xbox is one of them. The Surface Tablet division.
Right, the phones.
Windows 10 and the phones and PC peripherals. So technically,
The phone
Xbox
division pretty much almost gone.
Yeah, Xbox is pretty much not even its own big division. It's a subdivision. So Phil Spencer, his direct boss is not even Nadia. It's the guy who's in charge of the personal computer.
But that's what I'm getting at. And then he has a budget.
You need to all do this shit for Windows 10 because that's his focus.
And then you have to also understand that he has a set budget also that he has to work with. And that's the reason why
we figured that out.
The problem is not
Wait. Did any of you guys read that book by Robbie Bach?
Let me tell you, but you guys don't understand.
No, did any of you guys read that book by Robbie Bach, though? Did any of you guys read that book? This about a set budget is bullshit. What Microsoft has always done. What Microsoft has always done is throw money at their problems, and they're doing it.
No, not always.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Right, the Xbox division. One of the major problems it's had, and if you look at how Sony's doing it, Andrew House was the head of Sony, America, from the first PlayStation. How many head of Xbox have we had? We had the guy who went to EA. We had Robbie Bach.
Peter Moore. We had fucking Sam Black.
We had about 5 of them.
Yeah.
5 of them, and only 3
I can
consoles.
name them to you.
5 heads for 3 consoles. Everybody needs time to get their whole plan in order. Because remember, video games isn't something you say, okay, I want 5 games. You wake up one day and you get your 5 games the next day.
But we haven't even had Phil get his house in order yet before people start complaining about Phil.
No, Jay.
Oh,
I'm not
whatever,
saying.
Jay.
What I'm saying, Jay, is in terms of what I'm seeing Phil doing, is like Phil is like, Darmatric did this, I got to get rid of that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said Phil right now is axing everything that Don Matrix already solidified for the last 4 years.
But you gotta admit, Don Matrix was the most successful head of Xbox. He was. People may not like his policies, and no. The thing that
actually Peter Moore was better.
I want to say,
want to look at this.
Peter Moore was a better head of Xbox, but Don
he was the most successful for Xbox. Don Matrix was stuff that Peter Moore already incorporated before he left.
Look, Don Matrix.
The Connect was Don Matrix. That was Don Matrix from the beginning. That was something that when Microsoft thought about, Peter Moore and them said no. Don Matrix is the one who made Connect and made it successful, right?
They didn't make it successful though. How can you say they made it successful because it wasn't a successful product? But see, you're incorrect there because you're claiming that the Connect was a successful product. Even from the launch, there were so many problems with the Connect.
But it was successful. That thing sold over 25 million.
Yeah, but that's because Don Matrix used the fan base Peter Moore created.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like everything that happened with the Xbox from the when the 360 launched until Peter Moore left was all still being incorporated from fucking Peter Moore's playbook.
From his playbook. But this is not Peter Moore's playbook anymore.
Yeah, I know.
No, it isn't Peter Moore's playbook. Right? I don't know if this is even Phil's playbook because a lot of the stuff, because even Don Matrix has said this a few years after Peter Moore left, that he's still trying to get away from a lot of the deals that Peter Moore had because it takes 4 or 5 years for them deals to get desolidified, and so he can start making his own deals. So we don't even know if Phil has done any of the thing that he actually wants to do yet. There could still be things that Donnie Matrix set up that he's trying to either remove or he has to keep going with until they're done.
I think now we're starting to see Phil's deals. I think now.
Now we are. We're probably seeing a lot more than what we did when Phil first came in. But when Phil first came in, he was cutting. That was the reason why he was cutting Fable Legends. He cut Scalebound, stuff like that. All that came from Donnie Matrix.
He cut out the fake.
I think those were Don Matrix, right? Those were Don.
Yeah, they were all Don Matrix. So like this year, right now, we're actually seeing, and even Crackdown. Like a lot of people are thinking Crackdown is his baby. No, that's Donnie Matrix.
That's Don Matrix too. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, Phil come in.
Okay, let me say something. Let me go back.
Sea of Thieves could have been Donnie Matrix, right?
Let me go back to something that Jay said earlier. He said what people need to understand is that Phil has a budget, right? Is that what you said, Jay?
They do have a budget.
Okay, I did not disagree. Great. Hey, Jay, why do you have to fucking talk so much? All you had to say was yes or no. All you had to say was yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Phil has a budget, right?
Yeah.
We know Phil has a budget because Phil decided to do an interview last week where he said that he didn't really he likes the single player based games and all of this, the story driven games, but they cost so much fucking money to where he would rather you pay a subscription in order to help monetize these story driven games. So are we just going to sit here and pretend like this shit is acceptable?
A lot of people took that out of hand. What he was talking about was he wanted to have a subscription on his Game Pass, which I still think is not what he said.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Go listen to the original.
Nigga, it's already is it not already a subscription for Game Pass? Hasn't that already been established?
What he said, listen to what I'm saying. When he was referring to that, he was talking about like how HBO and them have exclusive content to Game Pass. He wanted to do episodic games with inside Game Pass, but a service-based platform game.
That wasn't what he said either, Jay. All of you guys got that shit. I think everybody can interpret it wrong because what I personally think he was saying is, and people really took it out of context. He said, unlike Zelda and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Did anyone actually look at the original article, or did y'all all go to third-party sources in the article?
Impact in the industry, like games like Call of Duty.
I didn't hear what you said. I didn't hear the beginning part of what you said.
He was saying, unlike Horizon Zero Dawn and Zelda, right? Single-player games don't make so much of a financial impact in the industry, like
that's
games like Destiny.
That's not what he said.
No. Let me ask you a question. Where did the original article come from? Can anyone tell me that?
That's not what he said, and I don't even have a problem with that part of the statement. But that's not what he said.
But that's the truth, though. Right now, how much people you bought?
That's not what he said, and that is the truth. That is the truth.
Destiny 3-4 times.
Yes,
because
that is
every
the truth.
time. But how much time Horizon Zero Dawn has no multiplayer? All right, they're coming out with a DLC.
No,
if people choose not to buy that.
Who is this talking? Who is
just $160, and that's it.
Hold on, Dameon.
Yo, let it in. Can someone answer this? Where did the original article come from?
Jay. God damn.
I just want to know if y'all actually listened to the original article.
I'm finna tell you what he said. What he said, and I don't even.
When they were asking like, what's his future for Xbox and games?
No, what the source of the original article?
What website?
What was the original article source site from? Do you know?
Try to remember the actual website. Who the fuck knows?
Where did Xbox go? Was Xbox One, Xbox Go?
Was that show Xbox?
No.
It was Xbox One. It was a 19-minute video, and everybody took that 19-minute video and twisted it so many different directions.
I don't have a problem. I don't care what people act like they had a problem with what he said about Zelda and Horizon. I don't give a fuck about that.
But he didn't say that in the original. If you go watch the original video, he never stated Zelda or Horizon. People interpreted that he was stating that.
Damon, can I finish?
Yeah. I'm just saying it's the truth.
Jay, can I finish? I know it's the truth. I agree with that. I made a video on it and said I agree with what he said about those games not having much of an impact as games like Destiny, The Division, and shit like that. I agree with that. The issue that I had with what he was saying was he wants to basically make the gamers, you and me, fund these new projects, and he wants to put them on Game Pass on games that aren't even finished. That's pretty much that's the gist of what he said. He wants you to monetize the games because it's too expensive for smaller developers.
That's not what he was trying to get at, because he even stated this weekend on Twitter. He was talking about, when he was talking about service-based games, he was talking about games like Overwatch, games like Call of Duty that have a multiplayer that provides services inside the game.
Right, that you can always purchase.
That you can always purchase that have more longevity than what a single player game has.
But he wants you to pay a subscription to help develop those games, is what I'm saying.
Hold on, here's one thing though.
No, see, this is where people
because he did mention he would like to use Game Pass as a form of revenue to help develop.
What was he referring to Game Pass as?
I don't know, because I mean,
this is why I said no one listened to the original source. When he was talking about this, he was talking about how he would like to build Game Pass as a service similar to Netflix and HBO and stuff like that.
We already know that, Jay. We already know that.
Let me finish, Rez.
God damn.
Let me finish. Where they have exclusive-based content on that service, so they'll have warranted to people to go over and use.
We already know that. We've already said that. Why do you keep repeating the same shit over and over?
I will say this. One, that would be stupid, because
no, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, it would.
It wouldn't be. I mean, is it stupid for Netflix and them to do it?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because think about this. So let's say, I buy an Xbox. We all buy an Xbox, right? And you two decides to buy Game Pass. I don't go Game Pass because I'm gonna buy all my games physical. But that means I'm asked out of content because I don't join the service, even though we all own Xbox. So how the fuck do you guys get extra games simply because you decide to sign a subscriber? I bought the console too. So why should I be asked?
But Puerto Rock,
this is where
you got the choice, because it's just like people who buy DLC. Ain't everybody guaranteed to buy DLC? You could buy it. I could buy it.
No. Here's the thing, though. If I bought a game and I choose not to buy DLC, I still get to play the game. If I'm buying an Xbox console, every game made on Xbox, I better be able to play it. Don't tell me I have to.
You gotta have a subscription for that, Puerto Rock. Puerto Rock, you need a subscription. Puerto Rock, you need a subscription to play.
That would be like Sony.
You got to be subscribed to play that, Puerto Rock.
I'm
not gonna do it.
I'll give you
I got EA access. I got EA access. You know what I get? I get the right, because I pay extra money a year to play the game before you. That's a privilege I get because I choose.
Okay, so
it's completely different.
If you don't, then you don't get it.
That's not the same. That's not the same, because you just get a game 5 days early. That doesn't mean shit to me.
You get the full game.
I don't care if you get to play Mass Effect 5 days early. At least I still get to play Mass Effect. But
they put a timeline on Mass Effect.
I'll give you an equivalent. If fucking Sony put Spider-Man exclusive to PS Now, I'm going to Tokyo and I'm gonna burn that building down. I'm going to Tokyo. It's gonna be World War II all over again. How
Paul's PS Now is doing? They should do that shit.
No,
they should do it.
Think about it. I got a PlayStation 4, and you're gonna tell me I can't play Spider-Man unless I pay a subscription? Fuck you! I'm going to Tokyo, and we're gonna have some dreadheaded motherfuckers, and we're gonna be up in this lobby. We're gonna cause a problem. I bought your console. You give me the games. If you want to do shit like 5 days early access or some weird shit like that, cool. I get that. But I bought a console. You made a game. I get to play the game. That's the only deal. Don't give me this shit now. I gotta pay $9.99 a month to play more games. But fuck you. You put that shit on the console. That's it.
But Puerto Rock, let's not assume that's what they're doing. I
will go to Tokyo, and I'm gonna have some red-headed Jamaicans with some baseball bats, and we're gonna tear up that lock. Yoshida's gonna be
Puerto Rock, I think you should put out a disclaimer that that's not a fact what's gonna happen. We're just assuming.
I mean, but that's just retarded. I will go crazy. But let's talk about
fact, but that's what he was referring to.
I'm gonna say this:
like a Netflix or an HBO subscription thing, where you could actually go in there and get a game that's exclusive to that content. That's what he was referring that he would like to do.
Here's the thing with Phil
Spencer. But Jay, that, you know why that works for me, Jay? I'm 39. I got 3 teenage daughters. I'm a head of a department, right? I don't have time. I don't. No, I regulate like the transportation for.
I need a job. I need a job. Can you give me a job?
Dude. We'll talk about that after the show. But what I'm getting at is this: why I'm gonna subscribe to Xbox that Xbox Pass shit is because I would like to just get a game, pay $10 a month, have access to what games I want, play it for a little bit, and I'm done.
And you just made my point because he said that in the interview. Hold on.
The games that I do
exactly what you just said in the actual interview.
Hold on. Go ahead and let Jay repeat what he's already said. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with what Phil said. I don't know why the internet blow up. I think the internet blow up is one of those things where, hey, you know what? Phil Spencer said something. Let's hate on it and fucking go crazy.
I just think people misinterpreted what he's actually trying to get at, and he's not.
Go ahead, Jay. Tell us again what we misinterpreted. Go ahead for the third time.
I'm not. Yo, Rez, seriously, me and you one-on-one, son, in a minute.
No, I'm serious. No, you've repeated the same thing. You keep repeating what we've already said. I'm telling you what he said was still fucked up. No matter how many times.
Did I not say? Hold on, Rez. When I talked to you in the conversation, did I not state that I do agree with you that it is fucked up that he's going to put a subscription behind it, but there's ways around it too, where he could put it where like a month later, them same games.
We don't know that
games with gold or something like that.
We don't know that though.
We don't know that, but I'm just saying that could be something that they could be thinking about.
That's his problem. So don't get mad at people for shitting on him when he doesn't know how to clarify what the fuck he said. That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Isn't what he said? He needs to clarify it, or we need to understand it.
Oh, but here's another thing. All right, so Phil Spencer's talking about single player and all that stuff, and it's bad for the industry. But here's the truth.
No, he never said it's bad for the industry.
Don't say that. It was bad for the industry.
Less of an impact. Less of an impact, Porter Rock. Less of an impact.
All right, less of an impact. Less of an impact. But look what Sony's doing over the next 2 years. Spider-Man, single player. Death Stranding, single player. Days Gone, single player. The Last of Us, while it has a multiplayer, it's primarily a single-player focused game because that's what everybody looks about it. Detroit, single player. God of War, single player. Sony has more single-player games in development than Xbox has games, period, in development. So if you were to ask Sony the same question, I would think they'll give you a different opinion on what Phil Spencer said.
But Porter Rock, you know why? You know why, Porter Rock? At the end of the day, when Microsoft brought out that, let me finish. Okay. They were the first ones to put a network card in their console because they always envision online they always push playing with your friends.
That's not true.
Yes, they did.
I was playing online.
That's not true. Sony didn't.
No, not even.
Sony just got into online. Really?
Stop. No. You can play. Hold on. No. Let me get this conversation real quick.
Microsoft always push online.
First online console. My first online console was the Sega Dreamcast. That's what I was about to get.
No bullshit online. I'm talking about who perfected online.
Who perfected online? Online is online. Just because Xbox did it better doesn't mean they did it first.
Who partnered with Sega to build the Dreamcast? Who partnered with Sega to build the Dreamcast?
2K.
It's right there on the Dreamcast. It's right on the Dreamcast Windows. It's right there on it.
I ain't right about that, Porter Rock.
Microsoft has always pushed multiplayer online. Sony always pushed it.
Had online also.
Sony just started the online thing in
No. In fact, Sony had NBA Live before Xbox. Xbox didn't have the multiplayer until like 2003 for EA Sports games.
They had it running in 2002, but you had to be a beta access member.
Exactly.
But beta. I was playing fucking Live and Madden on PS2 before Xbox, and I had an Xbox.
Listen,
and I was
Porter Rock.
Xbox did it better. No, first.
When you went online with your PlayStation 2, didn't you have to buy an actual connection and connect it to your PS2? I had a PS2 exactly because it wasn't something envisioned from the beginning.
Bro, how you think
after they saw Sega did it? They saw Sega do it. That's when they decided to do it. When the original OG.
What are we arguing about here? What are we arguing about?
No, I'm showing you the difference. The difference in the two companies. One company pushes more multiplayer. and the other one pushes more single player.
Sony had the vision for multiplayer. But at the time, Sony was all about milking customers. They didn't include it in the box. It's the truth. But they had it in the vision. You just had to
No, they didn't.
Why you mean no? Why you think
they just tagged that shit on?
They so happen to have the connector to fit an adapter by accident? Hey, look at this spare connector. Hey, I got a great idea. Let's just
but
it was made for that.
When the Xbox One was announced, the original Xbox and the PlayStation 2, a lot of people thought Microsoft was crazy for putting the internet port inside the back of the console.
Exactly.
They were like, "Why the fuck are you doing this? This isn't going to work." Because it was a broadband connection.
For that and a hard drive. And a hard drive.
Yeah. So Microsoft said that, and even back then, you can go find articles where Microsoft came out, and this is from Seamus Black, that their original idea for that is because they wanted to build a heavily online internet community.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm not saying Xbox didn't create better. But Sony already had this plan too. That big ass hole.
I agree with you. Microsoft is more open about their plans at that time.
What you're trying to say, Dameon, what you're trying to say is Sony created a port, but they had no reason for the port. And they figured out 2 years later,
listen, Porter Rock. How long
you think it was an accident?
How long you been playing video games? I know you've been playing video games a long fucking time. I've been following your show. Haven't you?
Since Atari 26.
Wasn't there a port at the bottom of the SNES? Every console has some kind of expansion port just in case. Remember?
Just in case.
Remember? No. Remember, the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo was supposed to be the last Nintendo console.
Let me help you out. That port created the greatest gaming console ever. Because that port was you know what that port was?
The PlayStation.
That port was for the PlayStation attachment.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
was an accident. People don't make ports just to make ports and be like, "Hey, fuck it."
I think we're getting off track, though, guys.
Anyway,
I think we're getting off track.
All right.
No, I only said all that.
But Porter Rock, you have.
Let me go back to Phil Spencer.
All right, Porter Rock, I do agree with him on this. We're looking at two different companies with two different views inside the gaming industry.
Yeah.
Right now.
One of them is successful and the other one has failed.
It's not just that. One is heavily focused on online service-based games, and Sony is focused on single-player games.
Here's the truth. Phil Spencer's concerned, like, let's be honest. Microsoft first party, they don't have the manpower to dedicate to a single player experience. They don't.
Well, it's that they don't. No, I think it's that they don't let their first parties
the people
do other games.
The people they do have, they have to push out multiplayer. They don't have a lot of studios.
That's not so. Come on, Porter. When the original Xbox came out, who had more goddamn IPs?
That has
more now.
Sony did. Hold on. You're wrong.
Right now,
the original Xbox, PlayStation 2 had more first-party IPs than Microsoft did.
Right now, Microsoft studios don't have the manpower to dedicate to a single-player game. They don't. Who they're gonna say, hey, you're gonna make a single-player game right now? Who they're gonna point at?
Anybody.
And even
that comes down to Microsoft locks their parties into these one particular game.
Yeah, coalition.
That's what is screwing them over.
That's what makes Halo. They need to allow their developers some freedom. They need to allow.
But that's where this comes down to. They don't allow their developers to have enough freedom to actually do stuff that they want to do. So why would other development companies work with them?
They don't want to spend the money. Phil Spencer told you that. They don't want to spend the goddamn money. I don't know why that's such a hard.
Bungie, do you think it's the money?
Bungie, I don't know. I think so. But Bungie wants to create Destiny. That could have been an exclusive IP for Xbox, and Microsoft said no. Fucking Destiny.
Listen, Porter Rock, you gotta remember, Porter Rock, if you're sitting in a goddamn boardroom, if you're sitting in the boardroom, it's up to these companies to pitch the idea to you to make you want to sell it, right?
Let me tell you something. With Bungie,
isn't it their idea? You can't come to me and say, hey, I need $500 million to make a Halo that we're gonna have multiplayer, a half-ass story.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. If I was Bungie, right? the golden boy, I shouldn't have to come to you. You should be coming to me, begging me for games.
Yeah, but hey, Puerto Rock, you gotta also
that's the
remember
thing.
that Sony fucked up in 2000.
I'm your number one. You ain't gonna come to me like shit. With most of the people, hell, Xbox is because of Halo. Fucking Xbox became popular. I'm your number one fucking developer. You better.
Yeah, but that don't mean you gonna get a free pass.
Let me tell you something.
You remember you got
You goddamn right. I get a free pass. I'm your number one. I'm your number one.
You should have got a free pass and been able to make money.
You think Naughty Dog has to fucking slave?
Why do you think Drive Club company got shut down? The people who made Drive Club. Why did they get shut down?
They never made something huge. Let me ask you something. You think Naughty Dog has to beg Sony and tell him, hey, I want to make a new IP? Well, you're going to have to prove to us. Fuck no. Sony be like, here's a blank check. Have a nice day. Do what the fuck you want. That's Naughty Dog.
I agree. I completely
Puerto Rock.
Hold up. And I'm not even a Halo.
No, Puerto Rock, calm down. Hey, all the yelling's got to stop because everybody's saying that we need to stop yelling.
Hold up, real quick.
All right.
Bungie made books. I mean, people made books off of what Bungie made. This is your golden boy. When Bungie talks, everyone should shut the fuck up and write a check. Here you go, Bungie. This is your number one developer.
And that was screwed up by Donnie Matrix, Puerto Rock. That wasn't screwed up by the people that are now. Like, we're looking at the past. We're not looking at the people that are in the house now.
I mean, the future is 6 flops, no games.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I agree.
Come on, man. Let's not
going to be enough games to warrant to buy a Scorpio.
Oh my God.
Fucking Craig.
Here's the thing, though. People like Jay Sentries, they're okay with paying for this subscription, but they don't give a fuck about games. Go look at what Next Gen. Now, fuck that. Go look at what Next Gen said a couple months ago, where he said, "Am I the only?" He on Twitter talking about, "Am I the only one that don't care to hear about games at E3? I just want to hear about the Scorpio. Bring on the Scorpio." That's what fucking Next Gen.
Hear me? I swear you just didn't hear me. I said my biggest worry about E3 is there's not enough games at E3 that's being shown to actually warrant to buy a Scorpio.
I didn't hear that. I might have been getting high. I didn't hear that.
Okay.
You know, Jay, why I don't have that concern? You know why I personally don't have that concern? Is because gamers, and all of you guys here in the chat seem guilty of this shit, act like this generation started 5 fucking months ago. What happened to the first 2 years when all you were playing on the PlayStation was the remaster for fucking The Last of Us and God of War? Huh? Where were the games then? Where people call it? Where were the games then? Where were the fucking games then?
But hold on,
where were the games then?
Hold on, repeat.
Where were the games? Where were the games?
Hold a minute. I missed out. What happened? What happened there? What happened?
Hold on.
I can answer that question.
In the first 2.5 years of this generation, right?
Nobody had.
Sony was dropping one
But that happened
big games a year.
They didn't have no games. Neither one of them had fucking games.
What do you mean none of them had no games?
Oh, hold on.
Microsoft was the only one. Only now we got new consoles from Sony.
What was you playing
Before Horizon Zero Dawn? What was the other new IP that Sony dropped this generation?
Can you let me actually talk?
You said before Horizon?
Yeah. What was the new IP? Bloodborne is not a new IP. That's Dark Souls. That's Dark Souls with a new name.
That is a new IP.
Demon.
Let me come on.
It is a new IP.
Come on.
Demon, let me speak.
It is a new IP.
Like, what's he talking about?
Yeah.
So then basically, Microsoft can take Halo. They can take Halo and name it fucking Bongo, and we say it's a new IP.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Damon.
That same Souls game.
If it's got a new
Bloodborne sold to the Dark Souls thing because it was the same goddamn game. It's the same goddamn shit.
What about Until Dawn? Until Dawn, Little Big Planet.
Hold on.
No,
What I'm trying to realize is there's a lack of games for the first 3 years. Like they either strive. When a new generation comes out, the first couple of years they're a little slow on bringing out games because it's a new console. After that 3 years,
no. We can't say that. You know what we have to say? I would prefer if you guys say, you know what? Sony now has big blockbuster games or higher rated games, but don't say Microsoft didn't have games because Ryse was a new
consoles didn't bring out a lot of games in the first 3 years of this generation, though.
Neither one of them had games like the first 2 years.
But let me ask you: wasn't Ryse a new IP?
Okay. I mean, yeah, Ryse is a new IP, but
they had this bullshit game. Motorcycle. Is that a new IP?
Okay,
was the motorcycle a new IP? Wasn't Sunset Drive a new IP?
Here's the thing. No, I'm agree.
Quantum Break is not a new IP.
You're right, but you're not considering one thing. Ryse is a new IP, and you had like Scream Ride, and you had some other shit. But here's the problem: Ryse doesn't sell $500 consoles. You bugging if you think I'm gonna pay $500 for fucking Ryse. You smoking. You smoking. People that you doing more cocaine than Resurrection right now. If
No. Porter Rock, you gotta understand. Porter Rock, you gotta understand. No, that wasn't their problem. That wasn't their problem. You know what? You know what was Microsoft's problem? Microsoft's problem was this. At the end of the 360, the last 2 fucking years or the last 3 years, all they shoved down people's throats is Connect. That's all they were shoving down your throat. Connect. They weren't giving nobody no game. You know what the PlayStation was doing for the last 3 years? They were giving you The Last of Us. They were giving you Uncharted. They were giving you games. So when they brought out the PS4, a cheaper console, better specs, pushing the games, people say, hey, they're already giving me fucking games for the last couple of years. People rode on that momentum. So even Microsoft came out with what? Bad messaging, an underpowered console.
I agree.
A higher price. And a connect that nobody wanted, right? And even though, and people.
But you just said the Connect was sensible earlier.
No, I always say this: if Microsoft bring out an Xbox that can't use my Connect, I don't fucking want it. I love my Connect. You understand? But my thing is, you can't expect people to jump on your shit if you ain't selling your shit. You gotta sell your shit. Nobody knew nothing about Ryse until 2 fucking months before the console came out. That's bullshit. So at the end of the day, Sony launched. We were seeing NEC from February. You saw NEC from February. Microsoft revealed the Xbox showing you fucking the price is right in sports, and we got Snap this. They didn't show nobody Ryse. They show you Ryse at E3 and say we come out in November. Who the fuck knows what was Ryse? Think about it. And then you don't market the shit out of Ryse. You have people out there saying, oh, it's just a quick time game, which it was not. You understand what I'm saying? Then the fucking the press destroyed it. Oh, it's repetitive. Oh, it's this. To me, I put Ryse in the same vein as God of War. The only difference is people more attracted to Kratos than the lead character in Ryse. Okay. Ryse could have been an IP that right now we should have been seeing Ryse 2.
All right. Let's move on to new topic.
Can I just say something?
What you gotta say?
Can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead.
You just mentioned all that stuff that had happened before E3 of 2013. But earlier he was saying how Donnie Matrick was the best they had. Yeah. You know what? It was his fault with all that shit that went on that you just mentioned. So
pretty much.
Yep. No, I agree. But you gotta remember
that motherfucker got a condenser microphone. Did y'all hear how clear that motherfucker was when he was talking to his shit? That motherfucker was crystal clear.
He sounds like a radio show host.
Hell yeah, we need to get this motherfucker a deal or some shit. Goddamn, what you got a condenser mic? What you got a condenser mic?
We gotta go offline to see what you have, because this shit sounds like
he got a studio microphone. Yep. This shit is fresh out of the radio station. God damn.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. So let me skip to a quick topic, all right, man, because this shit got heated. So PS5 in 2018.
Not happening.
Where the fuck did this come from? I mean, I know I saw an article, but this shit
from an analyst.
Porter Rock, you said where it came from. It came from these fucking fanboys who up and down talking power, and now just feel fucked up because it's like the score.
No, it came from an article. Hold on, it came from an analyst that has predicted stuff in the past accurately, and everybody ran with that and started making articles because he's been accurate on other things that he's predicted. He's predicted the PlayStation 4 Pro. He predicted the PlayStation Slim. He predicted several other things in the past, and when he predicted the PS4 5, everybody ran with that and started writing articles.
The PS4 5. The PS4 5.
I mean, PlayStation 5.
No, because people say it's the fanboys. I got a lot of fanboys from PlayStation. They ain't saying shit about the PS5. In fact, we all asking the question, where did this shit come from?
You know where it came from.
IGN has the report, man, in the original sources. Go to their page and you'll see it there.
All right, so what do you guys think? Happening, not happening? What's going on?
Not happening.
Not in 2018.
It would be stupid. They'd kill off the Pro.
I agree. It's not happening.
Ain't gonna happen.
I think it might be 2019, 2020.
Jesus.
The whole long and short is this. There's never gonna be I don't think there's gonna be a PlayStation 5. There's gonna be a new iteration of the PlayStation 4, There's going to be more.
What are you talking about? Sony's already said that they have a console right after this one.
There's a console. It's a console, but it's going to play PS4 games. It's going to play them better. It's going to just be more powerful than the PS4. It's going to be the new PS4.
Then that's going to be warranted to be a PlayStation 5, though. They'll just name it PlayStation 5 and say this
It'll be PlayStation 5.
No, Andrew House, when the Pro was about to release, they asked him because Phil Spencer first started the whole talk about
Andrew House is no longer there.
No, listen. They talked about generation, like really Mark Sani, I think it was. But they talked about first it was Phil Spencer that was talking about no generations, that everything's going to be forwards and backwards compatible, you know. So when they approach Sony about this, Sony says that they don't believe in that model. They still believe in creating a console where the development kits and the games are focused on that console and not the past console. They say Pro is the only one that's going to do that, but they don't see the next console being playable on the PlayStation Pro or the original 4.
You believe that bullshit?
They've already said that they're going to have another generation.
It could be backwards compatible. It could be backwards compatible, but Sony, at least from a first party perspective, their PS5 games that they do in development most likely won't be on the PS4 or the Pro.
Yeah,
I don't buy it. I don't buy that.
Yeah, the PS5 is going to have a more powerful CPU, and it will play
GPU, more RAM.
Well, a little bit, but I honestly think it's just going to be like 5.5 T flops with 3.
No, they'll make it more powerful. They gonna come with a minimum 10. They gonna come with about 10.
There's one thing.
There's no way they're coming with 10 T flops.
There's one thing you could.
That's why it's not coming no time soon. Ain't coming no time soon.
If it's in 2020,
are we really finna sit here and talk about teraflops? Please.
There's one thing you could bank on Sony. These guys don't even know how to make a weak handheld. These guys don't know what that definition is. Every time they try
then what the fuck happened with the Pro?
Yeah, what happened?
The Pro's not weak. It's just weaker. It's just weaker.
It's not weak.
Xbox Scorpio.
Here's the thing.
No. I got a Pro. I love my Pro. You understand? But they fucked up on the Pro.
No. The developers are fucking up on the Pro. Let's get it straight.
Y'all have to understand that
You can't put all the blame on the developers. The developers can use the tools that they have. You can't double the GPU power and don't touch the RAM.
Yes,
you had to up the RAM. They had to up the RAM. They fucked up by not upping the RAM. Oh. You gotta get that information passed through those pipes.
This was a mid-generation upgrade. This wasn't like a full-blown big thing like Scorpio is. Okay, Scorpio is damn near a freaking next generation console.
It should be actually considered next generation.
No, it's not. Nope. No, it's not.
It's not.
How is it not?
Doesn't it have the Ryzen Vega thing in it?
It doesn't have Ryzen and Vega. Where do you get this source that has Ryzen and Vega?
You know why I don't say the Scorpio is a next generation? Because when you read what Digital Foundry and Microsoft said, they took the Xbox One.
And that's PR marketing, bro.
No. What I'm saying is this. They ran all the simulations of all the engines that they have. They found all the bottlenecks and they fixed it. So all they did is fix the fucking Xbox One.
I agree with you on that, but Microsoft saying that it's not a next generation console, that's all PR marketing. That's all that is. They're claiming that, but that console is next generation.
Well, I guess we need to ask ourselves the question. We need to ask ourselves the question: what is a next generation console?
The problem with the PS4 Pro, back to my topic, the problem with the PS4 Pro is that they're working too much on resolution.
Yeah, way too much.
They focused on resolution. That is correct.
That nigga's audio is in HD right now. God damn, he's got the
He is right because we haven't even been able to get solid 1080 60 locked on every game. So why are we focusing on 4K 60 locked every game now?
That's my thing, man. I want some.
Man, listen, guys. Come on, let's stop with that bullshit. Let's really stop with that bullshit.
Hold on, how's that bullshit?
Because
PlayStation or on Xbox where they have had every game 60 FPS 1080 locked. No, you haven't. So why are we focused on 4K?
This is why I'm saying it is bullshit, right? Because at the end of the day, despite what people want to think, this one industry, this gaming industry that we have been a part of, it's our hobby, has been the pusher of technology for years. 1080p TVs took off because of gaming. Not
You're
because
right,
of
Dameon.
fucking
It is
cable,
all about
because
sales.
of gaming, okay? The future of televisions is 4K. You can buy a 4K TV for $800. Why not look at going 4K? Because by now, you have to perfect 1080p to go to 4K.
I got mine for 500.
But they haven't
Exactly.
even perfected 1080p. Console developers have not even perfected 1080p 60
Because you
FPS lock.
guys- you guys
So do
don't
you think they're going to
understand.
perfect 4K 60
The
FPS lock?
last generation went on too
I was
long.
going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say.
The console that we getting now, the Scorpio and the PlayStation Pro, those were the consoles we were supposed to get in 2013.
Okay,
I
but
agree with
But
you
we
on
couldn't afford them in 2013.
okay,
But
but
if they would have came out with them consoles in 2013, they would have been $700-800 consoles.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. We couldn't afford them then. But why you think the PS3 cost $600? Because gaming has always been the one pushing. Last generation, that 9
What you're
10 years
failing to
shit
understand
was
is
too long.
it
It was
doesn't
too
matter about the
long.
console hardware.
Polls is
It matters
crazy.
about the developers. These developers can't even achieve 1080 60 lock.
You don't think you think it's not the developers, the consoles are holding them back. You know how I know the consoles holding them back? You remember the first time Ubisoft showed Watch Dogs? You remember when Ubisoft showed Watch Dogs? Then what happened? Because of the limit.
You know what they showed that on, right? They showed that on a PC
Because that's what
architecture because they
remember-
couldn't do it on a console.
Remember, Jay, console makers, Microsoft, Sony, they send out specs to the developers. This is what our console's supposed to be, right? Developers then make games based on those specs. So they built the games based on those specs, but then when the hardware came, they realized, fuck, the hardware got too much limitation, so they had to downgrade all their games.
okay,
That's all it is.
Damon, let
But
me
yet again, what I'm getting at is how can you trust a developer to do 4K 60 lock when with the hardware they have right now, which they should be able to do 1060 lock, they can't even do that.
Listen, at the end of the day, you can push, you can shoot for the stars, but if the developer, you can't dictate to a developer what to do. You can't. If a developer who has a vision for a game decides they're going to do X, Y, and Z, your hardware has to match X, Y, and Z. Otherwise, the developer going to start pulling down.
Yes, Grandpa, you're completely right about that.
Right? So that's all it is. At the end of the day, unless the developers are making the hardware, we're going to always come to limitations.
But Damon, let me ask you,
Developers are always going to push the envelope. They're
Damon,
always going to push the envelope.
But they don't push the envelope. That's what I'm getting at.
let the Fonz. Is that Fonz? Who is that?
Yeah,
it's fun.
Who's that? Who's the radio guy? Okay, fine.
I'm not one to yell about video games and stuff, so it's not all that emotional for me. But I need to ask Damon something. He said that the PS4 Pro was basically it was crap. You know, basically it's not a great console. Okay,
wait, Fonz.
You said
I want to clarify that. When I say that, I mean Sony focused on the GPU to make sure they get resolution.
because they can't do what?
They should have added more RAM. Even if they went to only 10 gigs, they should have added more RAM. Because at the end of the day, you're processing more information, you need bigger pipes.
Okay, what it is? What do you want to see?
I would not say it's crap because I have one. I have one and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I do too. But you like? What would you have liked to see in the PS4 Pro? What would you have liked to see it be capable of?
I would have loved, even though they kept the CPU, because we gotta remember, right? They built it to also meet the costs.
Yeah,
I know.
Because Sony realized cost is an important factor in this industry.
But they built a
right?
$400 console. That's what they built.
Yeah, but what did
Yeah,
you?
but they could have put in 2 more fucking gigs of RAM.
And what would that?
No, because it would have increased the cost.
It probably would increase the
Past the cost.
Guys,
By $20 goddamn dollars?
My point, man. What would you have liked to see from that extra RAM?
I think with that extra RAM, because of the bigger pipe for the information pass through, everything would have been better on game. They would have had better frame rates and better resolution. Listen, I don't care about the upscaling bullshit. I do not care about the upscaling because at the end of the day, I have a 70-inch 4K TV.
Are you
understand?
excited for Scorpio?
Why you got a 4K TV?
See,
Right. And me Puerto Rock kind of got into this.
No, wait a minute. Let's stay right there.
I don't have my TV for gaming. I'm
Let's
actually
stay right
gonna buy a Samsung computer monitor to game.
Puerto
right?
Rock. Let's stay right there. Why you got a 4K TV if you don't care about upscaling?
But it's
No, when I say I don't care about upscaling, you know, like how some people be like, "Oh my God, they're upscaling the game. Everything looks blurry." Nah, that
I have never heard
I've
anybody,
never heard anyone say that.
anyone cheer for an upscale 4K game. I have never.
I ain't talking about 4K. At the beginning of this generation, what was the big talk? 900p on the Xbox One. Oh my God, the games look blurry. And I was saying, I don't
upscale.
Console fanboys. That's all that is. Like, you keep thinking that everybody states that, but not everybody states that. That's the people inside this YouTube community that do that.
The majority of casuals don't even know that we even talking about
that. Not even that, but majority of the casuals don't even know the difference between 1080 and 900p.
My whole point, though, is that these people like Dameon, who were talking badly about the Pro and their
I don't say I talk badly about it. I say this is the problem I have with it.
Okay,
but at the end of the day, I love my PlayStation Pro.
Okay, I'm saying it's a mid-generation console. Okay, right. So I understand the half step, but you don't like that they didn't have enough RAM because you think that they would have better frame rates had they put that extra RAM in. Well, guess what? Even with the Scorpio, you're not going to get 4K native 60 frames per second. So what's the big deal? Is that going to be?
You see that's the next thing. Again, it's going to come back. Let me ask you, what was the issue with the PS3? What was the issue with the PS3? The PS3 had the best goddamn. No. I'm saying it to prove a point. It had the best goddamn processor last generation, right? Yeah. With the cell.
Nobody wants to work with it.
You know, no, it was limited because it only had 256 megabits of RAM. Compared to the Xbox 360 that had 512. People forget that, you know. At the end of the day, you're talking about sending, and that's the problem.
But that was because Microsoft made their console easy for the developers to work with. It wasn't because of just that.
It's Epic Games made them do that. They were coming with 256. When Epic Games showed them Gears of War, they say, no, we need 512.
Yes, but yet again, the reasoning for the original Xbox over the PlayStation 2 was Microsoft set it so game developers could actually develop the games a lot easier back then. All right, that's the reason why they went with x86 architecture back with the original Xbox, and a lot of people thought they were crazy going with that because PlayStation was going with a completely different architecture. So what you're saying doesn't even make really any sense because they just went with an easier architecture to develop.
It's not matter easier architecture. It's not matter what. Listen, the GDDR5 RAM now that processes more gigabytes per second than the GDDR3 makes a significant difference between the Xbox One and the PS4. Yeah. Doesn't it? At the end of the day, anybody who's in technology knows it. And it, you know, it's not even technology, it's life. Remember the RAM is the pipe. That's where all the information passes through to be processed between the CPU, the GPU, and what you get on your screen, right? The one that can pass more information is going to give you better results. That's just fact.
Now, here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. The PS3, the cell process had direct access to the GDDR3 256, megabytes of RAM, but it also had access to the 256 XDR RAM. That was the problem. PS3 has split pool. It has split RAM. While Xbox 360 had unified. That made it a lot easier for developers to work with compared to PlayStation split pool. PlayStation 3 still had 512 megabytes of total RAM. It was just split between GDDR3 and XDR, and that shit was a pain in the ass because one RAM was faster than the other, and they're like, "What the fuck?" You know, so PS3 was a poorly designed architecture overall. It was just bad. That's where they made. That's where Sony learned their lesson.
Like the Xbox One.
Yeah. So that's where Sony learned their lesson. They're like, you know what? When we make the next console, the developers are going to be the ones to decide what the fuck we want. Believe it or not, Mark Cerny, hold on. Mark Cerny, when the PlayStation was about to launch, he had like a little 40-minute keynote to developers. It's called The Road to PlayStation. It's on YouTube, right? 40 minutes into it, believe it or not, the first version of the PS4 was the version of the Xbox One has. They were going to do
3 gigs of RAM or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, they were going to do, no, it was going to be 8 gigs.
4 gigs?
No, it was going to be 8 gigs of RAM, but it was going to have ED RAM. So it was going to be 88 gigabits pathway, but they were going to do 1 terabyte or 1 terabyte of 1 terabyte of bandwidth on the ED RAM. It's pretty much similar to what Xbox had. It was going to have 128 megs of ED RAM, and they thinking they're going to make the games through the ED RAM with 1 terabyte of fucking bandwidth. That was Mark Cerny's original console, right? And then he developed the second one, which is what we have now, but he didn't think developers was going to be down with it. When he pushed those 2 consoles out, he said to his surprise, All the major third-party developers, include first-party, they said, fuck no, not this EDRAM shit. Keep it a solid 8 fucking gig. We want this one. And he was planning to support EDRAM because in his mind, 1 terabyte of bandwidth would have been the shit. Developers was like, fuck no. Hell no. We want this. And that, you know what I'm saying? So PlayStation 4 was built by developers. This is what they wanted. So when Xbox came out with this shit and they went with ESRAM, I knew that shit was going to be problems because developers, to include third party, didn't want the PlayStation 4 version. And their version had a terabyte of bandwidth. So you're not going to tell me 200 gigs of ESRAM is something they're going to want. So I already knew from the get-go after seeing that show, yep, Xbox is going to have some big problems with this RAM shit because they didn't even want the PlayStation 4 version of that, much less this shit. They're going to have problems with this shit. PS3 was the same way. It was a poorly designed console that made shit happen. And what do? They're not going to put in the extra effort and money and time to make the games look at their best. It's
the third party.
It's not that console. They have no investment in it. They just want their games and make money off the games. If Sony or Microsoft make this extravagant console to push their agenda, that's a you problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why some developers didn't even use ESRAM. You made this bad choice, not us. That's not our problem. That's a you problem. You should have designed a better console. You know what I'm saying? That's just a reality.
I completely
Yeah, publishers are not going to put in extra money because Microsoft or Sony said so. No, fuck you. We're going to do what we want. If the shit don't come out right, that's a you problem. You should have created something better.
Hey, Rock. You know why I don't think the PS4 Pro was all that bad or is all that bad? And I think it's more developers that are just lazy. If you look at games like Horizon Zero Dawn, big, huge open world game, and it's
first party
running great. It's running fantastic on that system. Yeah, it could be first party or not, even third party. There's a lot of third parties out there that do their job and do it right, and there's a lot of lazy ones too. It's about developers. If they develop right for this console, they can make some badass.
And that's what I'm getting at, Fonz. Like, why are we like hyping up 4K 60 when we don't even know if these developers will even port to 4K 60 because they're just lazy? Yeah. You can't sit here and like hype up a console and be like, oh, 4K 60, 4K 60, and most of these developers won't even achieve 1080 60 locked. It's lazy development all the way around the board. So until they can prove that they can achieve that, so why should I care about them trying to achieve 4K 60?
So you're not getting a Scorpio, Jay?
No, I said, like I said earlier, Resurrection, what worries me about E3 is not enough game to warrant me to get a Scorpio because my PC can achieve more than what the Scorpio can do right now.
So you're not getting a Scorpio.
See, that's the difference between me and you, Jay. I'm not a PC player at all.
Games are great. At E3, I will buy a Scorpio day one. Like, the main game I want to buy the Scorpio for is Crackdown. But what I'm worried about is that I'm only buying a Scorpio for Crackdown, or is there something more warrant towards buying it?
Is Crackdown coming to PC?
That's where everybody should be at. Like, my expectations for the Scorpio are very low. I'm not overhyping this system because I don't know what it's going to give me until I see it at E3.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, Jay, just to respond to what Jay is saying, the thing with me is I'm a gamer. But I'm a console gamer. Okay, I got my Wii U because I can't get a Switch. I got my my PlayStation Pro because it's the best version of the PlayStation 4. Right? Right now I'm playing on an Xbox One S because that's the best Xbox out there. When the Scorpio comes, that's gonna be the best Xbox. I'm gonna have one of those. If Sony releases something else, then I'm gonna get that because that's gonna be the best PlayStation to get. That's why I buy this.
But you know, let me say this because we can go back and forth about this PlayStation 4 Pro shit all day. But this is the thing that people seem to forget. This is not something that you have to buy. There are no exclusives for the PlayStation 4 Pro. You are perfectly fine to stay and play on your PlayStation 4. It would be different if Sony made this Pro and they said, okay, well, we're going to have certain games that only the Pro can run. You don't have to upgrade to this shit. It's an upgrade. It's not a huge upgrade. It's not something that you're forced to do. If you don't like it, don't do it. But I don't understand this whole concept.
I didn't do it. Yeah, I didn't do it.
But that's what I'm getting at. They have, for both consoles, PlayStation 4 and Scorpio, they have to give you a reason to warrant to upgrade. Right now, neither one of them have a real reason to warrant to upgrade besides better visuals.
And I talked about this in one of my videos. I don't remember because I'm a little gone right now, but it was one of them. If you go back and look, I I talked about this shit, and I said the reason that I personally upgraded to the Pro is because I saw a lot of games that were coming to the PlayStation. Even though I could have played them on my, OG PS4, I wanted to play them at,
the best way possible.
The best way possible. Whether it was it was performance, whether it was what do you call it? Graphics. I don't really give a fuck about that. But I wanted to play it the best way that I could play this shit. Pretty much. Agreed. But the thing that I have with the Scorpio is, and I'll probably get a Scorpio because I'm comfortable as a console gamer, so I might play my multiplats on the Scorpio if it's actually, that much better, and it's we getting 60 frames on the Scorpio and the Pro's only doing 30. I'm playing shit on the Scorpio. I'm sorry. That's just me. That's just me.
But that's not an apology.
Resurrection. No.
But you have to.
You really think developers gonna make games 30 frames per second on one and 60 on the next? They're not gonna do that shit.
It could be easy. We don't know this, but the thing is, we don't know the specs.
They could have options on the Scorpio where they could actually.
We don't know the specs, but what I'm saying is, if the Scorpio is as powerful as people are saying that it is, it's gonna be easy for them to make games a lot more powerful, a lot more have a higher frame rate than the games that are
and resolution.
And if that's the case, I will play my multi-platform games on the Scorpio. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry, I just don't. It's just me. I want to play. I want to have the best experience.
I'm gonna have my PS Pro.
Resurrection. I'm right there with you, bro. Right there with you.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Like whatchamacallit, like me, this fall, I'm gonna get an Xbox One S. I'm not gonna buy a I will never pay anything more than $400 for a console ever again. After that PS3 $600 burn, burn me once, burn me twice, shame on me. I'm not doing it again.
And I almost bought an Xbox One S last week. Yeah. But I started thinking, I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna play on this shit? What am I gonna play? Really? What am I gonna play? Am I gonna play Gears again? Am I gonna play Forza some more? What the fuck am I gonna play on?
Like right now, for me this fall, I predict the console, the Xbox One will drop to $200. For $200, there's enough content for me to justify.
Who is this? Who is this with the Xbox controller? As they
That's me.
Dameon, what you plan on? And I'm not trying to say this just to be rude. I'm serious because I almost bought an Xbox One S the other day. What are you playing right now on your Xbox?
Like I told everybody earlier, to be honest, I'm just like going through the motions with my Xbox until the Scorpio comes. I got Gears of War, I got the Forzas, but I'm not playing them.
You like Bon Jovi. You living on a prayer. Okay.
No. Let me explain why I prefer. And I play all my multiplats right now on the Xbox. You know why? I prefer the Xbox ecosystem. I prefer Xbox Live.
Okay, I respect that.
I prefer their online stuff, their features. Like I love the fact that I can actually be playing one game. My friends can come online and say, "Hey, let's go play some game," and I just tell my Xbox, go to X, Y, and Z.
Okay, but what are you playing right now on the Xbox?
I'm playing Destiny. I'm playing Destiny right now. As you see, I'm playing Destiny.
Oh shit!
You're playing.
This is why I told you guys. This is why I told you guys. Xbox Live is gonna work for me. Like that game service gonna work for me.
Hey, yo, Puerto Rock. Tell them they can pick up my body on I-35. I'm dead.
Yeah, he got.
This nigga said he playing Destiny. Tell them they can find my dead body on I-35.
But remember, he said that he prefers the online network and multi.
Yeah, I prefer the ecosystem of the Xbox.
So I understand that. I don't have a problem with you playing multiplats on there. What I'm saying is, as for someone like me who is seeking, because I used to have an Xbox, but I didn't have anything to play on it.
You want that exclusive experience, you mean?
Yes.
Rez, your question is there's nothing right now.
My question is of a lot right now. I need to know.
No, it's a good question, but
if I don't pick up,
when people say, well, Xbox have no exclusive, you know what I say? I see this in game companies all the time. They focus on one thing at a time. When Phil took over Xbox, he decided he's going to revamp the hardware.
Yeah.
He has done that now. So now this E3, he got to show the software because He's
But he's
revamped.
not-
He's revamped.
Okay.
Yeah, he showed the hardware last year. Not because
No, he hasn't showed the hardware last.
He have a recommendation.
Listen, when I say that, I don't mean that because he didn't physically show what
He talked about the hardware.
But that's what I mean.
We have a recommendation in the chat.
Before January, what Switch game other than Zelda did Nintendo talk about?
We have a recommendation in the chat. Somebody said, Rez, because I asked the question, what should I, if I go buy Xbox tomorrow, what do you recommend? Somebody says, you need to get Voodoo Vince. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh, but
Look. Bottom line is, man, you're wrong. This E3 is going to be a lot more focused on Scorpio.
No, this
I know we're going to see a lot of big games.
This
Besides the games that we already know.
somebody said Netflix.
Hey, Damon, let me get a question. Hold up. Somebody said Netflix. Hold on, I got a question for Damon. Okay, so we know,
I'm done.
we know Rare is making Sea of Thieves, right? We know Turtleman's making Forza 7, right? 343 is stuck with Halo. Coalition does Gears of War.
Oh my
right?
god.
Mm-hmm.
The developers, or we know whoever is making studios making Crackdown, right? We
Right.
know about that. Okay.
Cloud.
So if Phil's gonna show new IPs this
Man.
E3, right? Let's say if he does, who's it coming from?
You don't know. That's the thing. That is
That's
the
what I'm
thing.
asking.
No. Listen. Remember, did any of you guys watch that interview Phil did with Podcast Unlock?
Which one? Unlock?
Yes.
Yes, but that was
And you heard what
any
he
more
said.
studios.
But no, you heard what he said. He said, right, they are focusing on new first-party studios.
Okay, so what? Okay,
No, because of the situation with Scalebound, they have to be careful with announcing shit too early. All right.
okay. So what are you looking forward to at E3?
To be honest,
now, this is what like y'all are all overhyping this E3.
fuck that. Fuck that, Jay.
Crackdown, Cuphead, and fucking State of Decay. And you're gonna have maybe one or two new IPs that they announce, but it's not gonna be anything big.
How do you know
Y'all
that?
have to stop overhyping this E3. It's not gonna be a huge E3 like y'all are thinking. Y'all gonna be disappointed.
No, but I put a lot of hours in the State of Decay, dude. I'm looking forward to 2.
Oh no, I'm not saying that you can't have you can't look forward to them, but these guys that are overhyping this E3 thinking it's going to be the second coming of Jesus, it's not.
Who's overhyping the E3? All I'm saying is I expect him to show a lot of software because the hardware is there.
No, I think
he can't show the multiplex. He can't show the multiplex.
Buried if it comes out on the holiday.
I think what they're gonna try to do. I mean, I would love for them to show new IPs. I would love it. Because like I said, I'm going to get an Xbox anyway, so it's only a benefit to me. But I have a feeling that this E3 is going to be all about fucking the 4K graphics. Okay. And they're going to show, let's say, like Assassin's Creed. Whoever Sony hasn't fucking gobbled up, they're going to show those games like Shadow of Mordor, fucking Assassin's Creed, whoever else is out there, and it's all going to be about the fucking 4K.
Okay, so Jay.
To be honest, this E3 is not going to be as strong.
You got to wait for it to get done, Riz.
You're right. It's not going to be as strong because Phil and Xbox is pushing this narrative. The best place to play your multiplex is going to be on the Scorpio. So that lets you know they're not going to really show you a barrage of new IP.
Yo, Jay.
But you just said that they would.
So which of those games are you excited for, Jay?
I said they should. They should.
No, you just said that they're going to have new IPs. You were just touting when he said an Xbox Uncut and saying that that's going to show you that they're going to have new IPs. You just said that.
I said. This is why I said,
look, you've been doing this entire podcast. You've been circling around what you've been saying.
This shit. He said that they're not going to be showing shit too early, but they are focusing on first-party studios and new IPs.
But yet again, we just asked you what first-party studios do they have, because if you go look at that first-party studio,
I don't work at Microsoft.
I would have told you what every first-party studio is doing.
If they're building first-party studios now, let's say if he's working on that shit now, then you ain't gonna see these shits till like 2020, 2021.
What's early? What the fuck is early? Because we got a month until E3. What the fuck is early? When we gonna start seeing this shit that's supposed to be showed at E3? Usually the shit comes out and leaks and shit. Where is the game? Where are the games?
No, we're about a month out from E3 for Microsoft.
Okay, let me ask you this. This is gonna be the second E3 Death Stranding. When you think that game is coming out?
I'm not interested in Death Stranding. all they showed was a goddamn cinematic trailer. I don't even understand the hype around. I don't understand the hype around Death Stranding.
Spider-Man. What the How they showed it was CG trailer?
I can answer that question. You know what I'm saying? Because Kojima has a huge fan base.
Well, Kojima be making a lot of games that don't make no goddamn sense. Let's not sit here and act like.
For one, me Resurrection, I agree on something. Kojima is overrated.
All I'm saying,
Kojima is really overrated.
Okay, you might have that opinion. He still has a huge fan base.
He does, but it's to me it's overrated. Me personally, it's overrated.
Here's the thing, though. When Kojima presenting Death Stranding, man, like me, I'm excited for it. You guys think
why? Tell me why. Tell me one reason.
I'm explaining, bro. You guys think he's overrated, but guess what? We're still talking about it. We can't talk about something that doesn't exist.
The only reason people were hyped for that bullshit, and let's just be real, is because it was the whole controversy going on with him and Kojima. I'm sorry. That shit. His last Metal Gear Solid was dope as shit back in PlayStation 2 days. But Metal Gear Solid has fallen off.
Hold on.
That shit don't make no fucking sense.
I'm about to get booted off this podcast.
I'm just saying.
I'm the biggest Metal Gear fan. And that last one was trash. It was.
Stop. Don't ever say the biggest Metal Gear.
I mean, when people say that Death Stranding looks amazing, I don't get it personally. All we saw was a grown ass man having a baby. We saw a grown ass man having a baby.
That shit look good though. But no, on the real though. Listen, on the real though. If Scorpio got an exclusive Metal Gear game that was made by Kojima, I would buy Scorpio day one. Hell, I'll buy it before Tin Dog will get his fucking shit. On the real, for
real. But here's Kid Vic or whatever your name is. You do know that Ryse can't even come out by Microsoft standards because they have to get the IP from Crytek, which Crytek went under. So they didn't buy the IP from fucking Crytek, so how are they going to use that IP?
Here's two things. Number one, the IP is owned by Crytek. Number two, they don't even have the engine to make the game no more. The engine,
and that's what that's what people that are hyping up fucking Ryse too. Like, do you not understand that there's no engine?
Anybody who thinks they're gonna see Ryse 2 is sick in their fucking head.
You know, it's done though, because the engine that made Ryse 2, Amazon owns the engine. Amazon owns the engine.
No, the game is owned by Crytek. The game is owned by Crytek, but the publishing rights is owned by Microsoft.
I don't understand. I think
they don't. Microsoft owns the publishing rights.
Crytek owns everything.
You need
Crytek don't. Crytek cannot.
They didn't want to buy it. They didn't want to buy it. Microsoft didn't buy it. They didn't want the IP at all.
You read the financial reports when Crytek claimed bankruptcy. In the financial reports when Crytek claimed bankruptcy about 2 or 3 years ago, they stated in there all their IPs that they own. Everything that they own is listed.
Crytek own the IP, but the publishing belongs to Microsoft.
The publishing doesn't belong to they publish. You know what the publishing is, right? The publishing for the marketing rights and everything. They don't own anything to do with Crytek. They own no assets, nothing besides marketing.
Ryse. Microsoft owns the publishing rights to Ryse.
They don't.
Yes, they do. Listen, anybody got a fucking Xbox on right now?
No, listen.
You know what? Let me show you.
You're confusing things.
No, you're confusing. No, you're confused.
No, he's right. He's right.
Listen, I'm starting Ryse right now.
Yo, he's right. He's right.
It's Microsoft Studios.
Microsoft did publish.
The first thing that comes up on the screen is Microsoft Studios.
Listen, you're confusing
make the game.
You're confusing the difference between Microsoft publishing the game for their platform and actually owning publishing rights.
I'm just saying
they own the publishing rights. I think they've been locked down for a couple years.
Bro, Mass Effect 1 was published by Microsoft. I could play it on the PlayStation. They didn't own the Empire.
You know the reason why Jade Empire hasn't made an exclusive for it because BioWare owns the IP for Jade Empire, right? Microsoft owns the publishing rights for Jade Empire, but Microsoft can't make another Jade Empire until
BioWare makes it. That's the problem. So Crytek has.
Let me tell you something. I guarantee. Let me put it this way. I guarantee if fucking BioWare makes a Jedi Empire, that shit's on PlayStation 4.
That shit is gonna be a fucking third party.
It depends on that. They will have to. It's just like fucking Spider-Man. It's owned by Marvel, but the movie belongs to Sony.
Listen, Mass Effect was published by Microsoft Studios. It's on
initially the first one, Titanfall, the first Titanfall, published by Microsoft, but it's owned by EA. You understand?
Yes.
They don't have it for part 2.
In the future, hold on. Here's the thing. In the future, if EA decides to put that on PlayStation, they can. Because Microsoft just bought the publishing rights to publish the game for marketing. It's just all marketing rights, bro. They don't own the actual game or any of the assets to the game.
They own the right to publish the game.
Look at Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive, another game published.
No, that's different. That's different. Microsoft funded Sunset Overdrive. That's why now Insomnia, it's a difference between funding a game and publishing a game.
It's still the same thing, bro.
No, but they can make Sunset Overdrive if Sony steps in and says, "Hey, here's $50 million."
And so can Ryse. If Sony steps in and says, "Hey, we want to fund Ryse," Crytek can go and say, "Yeah, okay." They reserve the right
that shit because they own the IP, but it will not name Ryse. It will not name Ryse. It will name something else, but not Ryse.
It's going to be
Microsoft owns the publishing rights to Ryse. You know what? Google fixes everything.
Let me show you something.
He's right. They do own the publishing rights. I don't know how.
They own the publishing rights.
I don't know how it works.
They can revert back and make it a third-party franchise at any point in time.
They cannot. No, they cannot. They cannot.
They did it with They did it with fucking goddamn Mass Effect. He just showed you that
every game has a different deal. Every game has a different deal.
Oh man,
I agree with you on that, but you don't even know their deal. So how can you even state that? Because when their financial reports, when Crytek went under, they said they own the IP for the game.
They own the IP. Of course they own the IP.
For that.
Listen, not because you own fucking something mean you can use it. Right now, you bought, let me ask you, you bought an Xbox, right? If Microsoft want, they can shut your shit down. Because you bought the physical Xbox, but they can say you don't have the licensing to pay your fucking Xbox. Isn't that true?
Repeat what you said, because I didn't hear
you.
Say it again.
Say it again.
Let me ask you. You use Windows? You use Windows?
Yes.
If
Everyone
you
uses
don't,
Windows.
if you don't
primary software.
Okay, so let me ask you. You bought Windows, and if you don't if Microsoft don't actually give you the license to use it, you can have that shit sitting on your computer and you can't start your computer. Is that not true?
But they have to give you a license if you pay for it.
Yes, but they have to give you the license if you pay for it. They
but
can't
then
take back that license. If I pay for Windows 10,
they can say we're giving it to you for 1 year, and in order to use it after that 1 year, you got to pay for it again. All I'm saying is, we don't know the deal. We don't know the deal with Crytek and Ryse. Remember, Microsoft are pro. Let me ask you.
Own like the whole entire deal.
The deal?
No, it could be the same.
Why didn't Epic put Gears of War on the PlayStation?
Because that was a deal.
Because Microsoft owned the publishing rights to everything, and they made sure that in that deal that it was exclusive only to Xbox. We don't know what the deal is for Ryse.
Now, we don't know what the deal is for Ryse. All I'm saying is, I don't see, because I think Crytek would have said, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna continue with Ryse." Crytek is still making games.
No, name a game that they're making besides a phone game. Name a game right now that Crytek is developing for.
But Crytek, remember, they still have their engine out there. Remember, not because you.
No, their engine was bought by Amazon.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to say. Either way, it's a moot point.
It's a moot point because their engine and everything was bought out when Crytek was about to go financially under, right? Amazon swooped in and bought their engine, which saved them a couple of years. Then they went financially under again because they couldn't recoup any losses from their last games that they made.
That's what I'm saying.
So Crytek is like 1 foot in the grave from being completely bankrupt.
It's a moot point because they don't have the engine to make the sequel. They sold it to Amazon. They own the engine. They don't have CryEngine no more. They can't even make Crysis if they wanted to.
That's what we're trying to get at. They don't have anything to make it.
They don't have the assets. They have.
Hey, here's another thing. Why do you think they sold the IP for fucking Homefront Revolution? That was originally their plan because they bought that from THQ. They had to sell that IP and give it to Deep Silver. Which
I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. All right, I want to show you something real quick. All right. Okay, you see my screen? You see my screen?
Adult logs.
Yeah.
I mean the craziness, right? Oh, let me go. Let me show you something. Let me show you where I was at. You see Ryse on this Ryse? You see my screen? This is on Steam, right?
Yeah.
See it? Now let me show you who the publisher is. Right here. Crytek.
That's what I'm
Microsoft
trying to
didn't
tell
publish
you.
So
They
if you're
only
saying this,
published
what you're
it
saying
for
is
the
true.
console version. That was it.
That's the PC
Actually,
one he's
actually,
looking at.
yes, they
Yes,
published
that's the PC
so that's
because
the
they only
PC one you're
published
looking
it for
at,
the
right?
console version, dude. That's what he's trying to get you at. Their deal was only for the console version. That was it.
See,
It's
publisher.
the same thing
Crytek.
with fucking Remedy. When Remedy put it on Steam, if you look, it says publishing by Remedy Games because Microsoft only paid for the deal for console versions. That was it.
Well, like I said, you'll
But
never,
now-
you'll
but
never
now-
see
but now
Ryse
someone-
on a
What the fuck?
PlayStation.
What the fuck are we talking about?
No, but anyway, the point is, Lou, unless somebody provides an engine, Crytek doesn't have the engine to make a Ryse 2. They don't.
That's
It's
why
just-
I've said several times, if y'all want to see a Ryse 2, y'all need to tell Microsoft to buy the IP.
They tried to buy it. Crytek said no.
No, they never tried to buy it because because Crytek is still offering to sell stuff, dude. Crytek needs money
I
right
think
now.
around
They
the
don't
same
have
time
enough
they
money
bought
to
it-
keep themselves afloat.
Because I think around the same time they bought Gears of War, they were talking about they wanted to do a new Ryse, but they couldn't come to an agreement with Crytek, and Crytek said, "Well, Microsoft
That
wanted to
was
buy
before
Ryse,
they went in
and they
financial
refused to sell."
ruins, dude. They only been in
Exactly.
financial ruins the last couple of years.
But this
What
is what I'm saying. Microsoft offered to buy it, and they chose not to sell.
That was at that time.
Hold on. Let's be real though. Even if they did buy Ryse, who they give it to make? Right now, I guarantee.
They could start up a new company like they start up the Coalition, like they start up.
Ryse ain't that big of an IP. Let's be honest. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it's not like it's a 4 million seller that they're gonna put millions into a new development studio to make a sequel. It's not that type of game. I guarantee they'd rather buy a new studio that could create.
Y'all do know that there were other Ryse games
Listen,
before
Forza
this one too, right?
Forza has just become $1 billion thing. The last Forza sold 3 million copies. You don't need to sell.
Ryse didn't sell no 3 million copies.
I said
Ryse didn't
Forza,
sell 3 million.
Forza, the last Forza. That's what I'm saying. Forza.
But Forza is a stable franchise. Ryse isn't a stable franchise. There's a difference.
Forza used to sell 6 million on 360. That franchise was always big on that.
Yeah, like
What I'm saying is, listen.
One stable.
All I'm simply saying is we don't know. They offered to buy Ryse, so that means they had an idea for Ryse in mind.
I don't know.
It just didn't work out.
I just don't think they're gonna buy Ryse now. I think they're gonna
Not now.
Not now. They ain't buying that shit.
I mean, not now.
They're not
No.
buying it, dude. We're not seeing a Ryse. Like y'all are all hoping up for a Ryse. It's not happening, bro.
Hell, they
Ryse. I enjoyed Ryse. If they build another one, they build another one. If they don't, then they don't.
Hold on. Who's gonna make Ryse? Hold on. Who's gonna make Ryse right now in with Crytek? They can't even pay their own employees. Like, they can't even pay their fucking own employees. So you think their own employees are gonna have like? Do you remember when Ryse was being developed? There were financial problems going on with Crytek where they weren't even allowed to pay their own employees because they didn't have the money to pay them.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is this.
So how are they going to even make a Ryse when they have them type of problems going on?
Listen, in 2 years, you'll never know. Somebody, Crytek's IP may go up for auction. Somebody buy them and somebody build them. Right now, what happened with THQ? Their shit went up. People buy them, and right now people building them. We don't know what's going to happen. Those things are out there right now for sale.
THQ North split off from THQ before THQ went under, and then they took over the name THQ.
What about that
looking at
switch,
two
though?
different things. The original THQ company went completely bankrupt. THQ North was a subsidized company that was inside THQ before they went bankrupt and split off and recovered a majority of THQ's IPs. That is the reason why we're getting Darksiders, is because they bought the IP from the original THQ company before they went bankrupt. And because they bought a lot of the IPs from THQ, they changed their name to THQ North.
Like I said, if you
So,
get another
yet again,
Ryse,
you're misconstruing things here.
No, what I'm saying is this: we get another Ryse. One of the games I really liked, but I don't think we'll ever see another one.
Okay, you changed the topics. You didn't answer what I was just saying. How is that two of the same things?
All right, what's your question?
I just said you just try to claim that THQ North, the reason why it went back and it came back to THQ was because of the problems that was going on. You were wrong about that because THQ North is a new separate company that was never really a part of the THQ debacle.
When I brought up THQ as an example that THQ went through financial services and with financial problems and their IPs.
And yet again, what you were talking about was the original company, not the sub-sale company that actually is doing successful.
Weren't THQ's IP sold? They were sold all over the place. All kind of different studios bought some of their IPs, right?
Yes, you are correct.
So, what I'm saying, that I was saying that the same thing could happen to Crytek and their IPs.
But it hasn't. It's been, dude. When Crytek went under, it was back in 2000.
But for all we know, Crytek can come back. Crytek can also come back. The company can come back. They could fix their shit, get new management, and come back.
Here's a problem though. Crytek don't really make a lot of good games.
Yeah, they make very visual. They make very visual. Like their games are very visual appealing, but their games are really not that good.
They make they make really nice, pretty games, but they don't make really good games.
That's fine. I feel the same way about Sony Santa Monica. They make very good looking games, but their games are not good.
THQ North is the company that is making fucking new Darksiders, and they brought like.
We gonna get into the God of War thing in another show. No. Listen. None of you guys can sit here and say God of War 3 was fucking good. That game was goddamn garbage.
Which one?
3.
God of War 3 was great.
God of War 3 was garbage.
Oh my god, man, this guy and you like Ryse.
Anyway, on to the next thing. No, like I say, the God of War thing, we could spend a whole fucking day on that because this is the thing. Why did you play God of War? What intrigued you about God of War?
I just like the setting, the storyline, the gameplay. It's just a good.
And that was the weakest fucking part of part 3.
What the what? The gameplay?
The storyline. You know about people into God of War? People, that whole shit with Kratos going through all his struggles. They fucking made him kill his family. The story pulled you in the first one, in the second one, and then in the third one, what they do? They get him to kill off every fucking body. So absolutely.
That was the whole point of the first and second one was he was going to exact revenge on everybody.
It all led to him killing everybody.
This is my thing though. You can't, and I think one of the
my bad for saying the name wrong, Apache.
They said it. You can't fucking just go killing everybody. That makes no sense.
That was the point. I think. Listen, the whole point was he wanted revenge on all the gods that killed him, that had him kill his family.
Because here you
and no regards for the consequences. That the earth itself in shit.
Here's the thing, here's the thing. David Jaffe and Cory Barlog, because I remember reading an interview with them, they planned this as a trilogy from the jump. So the ending of God of War was always set. They just never realized how big
that was Stig. Stig is who did God of War 3, remember?
How was that staged, dude?
No, not staged. Stig. Remember that was the name of the big bald head guy, Stig.
Yeah, but David Jaffe was part of the crew. David Jaffe, Stig, and Cory Barlog.
No, he had already gone. David Jaffe was gone.
That doesn't mean that when he worked on it, still being used.
I'm saying when they first created God of War, they already had the trilogy planned out from the start, from the moment since day one. That they interviewed it. This was like during the PS2 era when God of War 2 came out. They already had the trilogy planned out. They just never just never realized how big the franchise was going to be. They didn't think it was going to be. They hoped that was going to do good. They didn't think this shit was going to be a top killer IP for the.
Yo, Rez, turn your screen off, bro.
Shit like the handhelds. That shit was never planned. That's when they went excess and God of War Ascension and shit like that. But they never figured that this game would be an icon for the PlayStation brand. That shit took a life of its own and shit like that. But God of War 1, 2, and 3, that was already planned. Ascension, fucking, and the 2 PSP ones, that shit was new. That shit was fucking ad hoc. That's why they didn't develop it. They had other studios develop those games. Because that shit, you know what I'm saying? Sony took advantage of a fucking hot streak for God of War. But since day one, they planned a storyboard for 3. And 3 was always meant to kill off the gods, and then that's it. Just end the series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's it. It was just supposed to be 3 games and done. So they never planned on this shit being a long-standing franchise.
All right, fair enough. But my thing is now 4. I'm like, I don't see where fall will fit in.
Yo,
But anyway,
Dameon,
that's a whole different story.
Halo 6 right now, people are overhyping because Locke isn't in Halo 6, but people don't remember last year in Halo Fest, fucking everybody, they all said that Halo 6 is going to be the ending of the Master Chief saga. So why wouldn't Halo 6 be mainly revolved around fucking Master Chief? But right now,
because Halo actually has created a universe of its own. And remember, Master Chief is
God of War has done the same thing. God of War has created a universe of its own.
No, but God of War, Kratos, God of War to me is more limited than Halo. Halo, you got the Flood, you got the fucking Arbiter, you got the new guy who came up in Halo Wars. You got a vast amount of enemies. In God of War, you only got the gods. So to me, instead of them killing Zeus in part 3, instead of them killing Zeus in part 3, they should have kind of ended on a cliffhanger. Zeus, you leave nobody else to kill. Who you really going after now?
Hold on.
So they had to now put it.
I can see what your game, but with Halo, I'm gonna say this: Halo, it has a rich storyline and stuff. They made books and all this shit. But at the
Halo can branch out. No.
That shit cannot get rid of Master Chief, though. To me, that shit's like
No, hold on.
That shit's like that.
You have the right way. They can. No, they can, but they gotta do it the right way.
You cannot kill Master Chief.
You gotta kill Master Chief.
That dude is the heart of Halo.
Here's the thing.
I remember Halo 2 when it came out, and you had to play some segments with Arbiter. People were bitching about that. Why the fuck am I playing with fucking Arbiter?
Yeah, but then
I don't want to
fucking The fact of the matter is gamers just don't big.
Yeah, but nobody wants to play Halo unless you're Master Chief. That's like playing a Batman game and you're fucking Robin.
That's not true because look at look at one of the most games that everybody likes. Even though Reach storyline was sucked, everybody likes Reach, and that was a spinoff that dealt nothing with Master Chief whatsoever.
Yeah, but that's not a main. I mean, it was. They didn't call it
as one of the main series lines.
But it's like ODST. ODST did it right. Let's say Halo 5 was called Halo something with Locke. I think more people would be cool. But if you're gonna create a Halo 6, a Halo 7, a Halo 8, they want Master Chief. If you create Halo,
no, but see, here's the thing. All right, hold on, Porter Rock. This is where people misunderstood everything that's going on with Halo. When 343 took over Halo, they said it is a trilogy at the beginning, and at the end of the trilogy, which is Halo 6, Master Chief's story would conclude, and we would go on with a new group of team, right?
Halo 3, right?
All right. Then last year they said they reiterated the exact same thing. Now this year comes around. Fucking Frank O'Connor says the same thing he said last year in Halo Fest, and everybody's overreacting on the shit. Oh, they're getting rid of Locke, they're getting rid of this. But no, if you actually listen and actually read the article, he stated that even though Blue Team and Osiris was warranted in Halo 5, we want to tell a more deep, enriching story of Master Chief's saga. What that is stating to you right there, this is the end of his saga. That doesn't mean they're going to kill him off or anything. That just means this is the last one that we're going to see of him for a while. They'll probably do like they did with Halo 3, where they'll put him in sleep or something will happen and he won't be able to go on his rodeo for another 4 years, and they'll bring him back out of the Cooper, right? Okay. But they want to be able to rinse the fucking universe by playing as other Spartans, which they can do. They can do like Halo 6, right? Could be the last of the Halo main franchises, and they could do little spin-offs for a few years and then bring back Master Chief later on, right? Because he's still got a lot more into his fight that he can achieve. But you got to also remember this wears down also on the voice actor. That voice actor ain't getting any older. I don't think he wants to keep doing Master Chief for his entire life.
I completely agree. Eventually, if you're going to continue Halo, you got to move away from Master Chief.
Yeah, you have to. The only way that the franchise is going to move on is by continuing and bringing in new characters. And that's all Halo 5 was. And I've said this before, Halo 5 should have been a spinoff. It shouldn't have been a main series. It should have been focusing mainly on Locke so people get an idea who he is.
But Jay, remember too, they misconstrued when this is what I got. When they first showed Halo 5, well, when they started speaking about the storyline, it made it seem like it was Chief is on the run. Nobody knows why. And they're sending this team to hunt down Chief. Within the first 2 chapters, they run into Chief. Locke got his ass kicked. And that was it. From then, you working more or less alongside Chief. It was no longer we're hunting down Chief. And I think that's where people started like, what the fuck is really going on? You know what I'm saying? I think they should have kept the storyline where, you know what? Chief gone rogue because he gone to look for Cortana and they can't control him no more. So they send this fucking blue team to look for Chief. You know what I'm saying? So you always got Chief on the run. You always got him on the run. It should have never been this shit where it come down to like, oh, you guys working together. So I think they kind of had people thinking one thing. And then when you got the game, it's like, oh, dang, what the fuck they told me what?
Well, that's been the biggest problem with the games is they misconstrued everything with inside the universe.
So to me, I think luck wasn't the problem. 343 couldn't tell their story right. They should go hire somebody to fucking write a proper story for them. But the fact of the matter is if you look at Destiny is actually the evolution of Halo. Because Halo is so vast and everybody would have been a Spartan and you got your own little team and Master Chief is like
Are you fucking on drugs right now?
Destiny's the evolution of Halo?
No,
That
it's
is the
not.
evolution of
You
Halo.
know how the original concept of Destiny even came about and who was the original writer of the concept of Destiny?
Dude.
You do know that the original storyline and everything that we were going to get with Destiny got completely chopped off a year before the game came out, right?
That's the Activision story. But I'm telling you,
that was you know who the original. Okay, let me ask you this: who was the original writer of Destiny?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so then you can't even talk about Destiny's concept because the original writer left a year before the game even came out.
Listen,
and he took all the assets from that concept.
Destiny.
I'll give you a great. Hold on. I'm going to give you a great analogy. The last stage in Destiny, where are you playing in?
I just doing random shit.
Okay, so then yet again, how can you talk about a storyline that you don't even know anything about?
You see, that's where you're getting it wrong. I never said.
But you just said.
I said it's the evolution
about the lore.
No, I never said nothing about the lore. I talked about this is the evolution.
You just said, and yet again, how can you say that a game is an evolution of another game when you have no concept of the lore itself?
Maybe he don't have a concept of Halo either, motherfucker.
What I'm saying is this, right? When I say the evolution is what Destiny is now saying. You know what? We've done Halo, we've perfected Halo, but now we're on to the evolution of Halo, which is, you know what?
Someone
listen to what the
about.
fuck I'm saying. If you would shut the fuck up.
Oh shit! Hold on.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh hell no!
What I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, Halo has to grow. Halo has to grow. You can't just keep doing the same old shit with Master Chief going through and beating down everybody. Destiny is now you're fighting little wars all through the galaxy. But you know what? The Destiny we got is not that. But that's to me personally, the evolution of Halo is Destiny. But it got changed when the whole Microsoft and Bungie shit fell out. To me.
All right. Anyway, enough of this.
Okay, I think you're completely off base, but all right.
Oh shit. Anyway, hey, we've been rocking out this for like 2 hours. I think you guys are an hour late for your other podcast.
God damn, a whole hour?
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. TV peeing on himself right now. He's like, where are you guys? Anyway,
I haven't actually got a response from T Reaper. I thought he was
forgotten.
on PlayStation or something over there.
It's been amazing. We're gonna do some shout outs, but I want to thank the panel members here and everybody in the comment for rocking out. So we're gonna start out. Craig, you've been quiet. I know it's been overwhelming. You got to do some.
It's been good. It's been fun. Yeah, I do appreciate the Vine. It was entertaining. But at the end of the day, the Xbox One is a failed product, and people just need to get over it and move on.
Bro. Fucking guy, bro. Always gotta do that shit. Yo, Dameon, what's going on? Straight from the Virgin Islands, man. What's going on, brother?
I'm glad for being here. I'm sorry the shit got out of control, but hey, that's what happens, man.
Nah, that's passionate. We were good, man. We did it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Hey, you're welcome here anytime, bro. Hey, man.
Once you send me an invite.
Yeah, we didn't even get a chance to talk about the digital versus physical. That was one of the reasons why you came here, right?
I know.
We'll do that. We'll do it next week. Stay tuned.
All right, next week.
All right. Hey, yo, Fonz, what's going on, brother, man?
We're done.
Oh, God damn, he sound like he on the goddamn radio.
Man,
It's
here's the thing. Like, it was the Jay Sentries and Dameon show. I fell asleep.
Man, shut the fuck up.
He said y'all motherfuckers are boring.
Anyway, it was
bad,
a lot of bullshit, stuff we didn't even get into. That the physical versus digital was an interesting topic that I wanted to tackle.
We're gonna have to do that next.
We had the COD female thing I wanted to tackle as well, but no, we talked about Halo.
Talk about fucking Master Chief and shitty ass Ryse.
Yeah,
important. Well, why don't you right now?
Anyway.
I mean, we could talk about the COD right now if you have time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Just go ahead, because T Reaper.
We behind an hour, Jay. Either that, I'm gonna go get some food. Goddamn it! I've been snorting this shit all night. I gotta get some food. So don't even let me go.
That's your problem. You need some good shit from the island. That American shit is no goddamn.
You've been snorting this shit all day.
My shit is from Colombia, brother. My shit is from Colombia.
That's the problem right there. The amount of shit it passed through just to get to you.
They got the shit from you though.
No, dude, we put all shit in the backyard.
They got the shit from you.
No, it just passed through. We don't even keep that bad shit. We just let it pass through and keep going. Oh, that shit is no good.
They keep the ball. Man, a bunch of drug addicts on this podcast.
Nobody gives
addicted to nicotine and shit. Hey, so Jay, man, thank you. What's going on? Say your shout out, Jay.
This is your boy Jay. Since you signing off.
All right, there you go. And of course, my man, fucking, I'm gonna call him Pookie from fucking New Jack City. What's going on, brother? No, I'm fucking with you, then. Bro, yo, Resurrection, I'm so glad that you came on the show because last week that shit was lit. Yo, you're gonna be on multiplayer podcast tomorrow? I gotta get you on that motherfucker.
No, y'all don't want me to get on there.
Oh yeah, I'm a personally send you that link. Woo, that shit, yo, Zaire, let me say this.
Puerto Rock, you be owning them motherfuckers. Zaire can't argue shit.
Zaire told me I was bad for the culture. I won't be back on.
Zaire is weak.
I'm gonna send your ass a link because last week he got him. And Zaire thought he was like a pro Xbox dude, another dude to jump on me.
And he came out and said he stole that shit.
That shit did not turn out that way. Zaire was like, what the fuck? Wait, what's going on here? He's like,
Zaire's weak. Zaire's weak.
That's just fun. So I'm going to send you a link, but I don't give a fuck if Zaire doesn't. I'm going to send it to you.
No, Zaire's weak. I used to like his shit, but he's weak.
Oh shit, yo. But anyway, this was a great cast. I guess fuck females in COD. I guess.
Hey. But real quick.
Hold on. Hey, let's talk about that real quick because Fonz.
I'm gonna talk about. Let me start out with this since it's a good topic. What's the fucking big deal? Motherfuckers are like, but it's not historical. Bitch, you're playing zombies. like shut up.
Hey, Puerto Rock though. They're wrong.
They're very wrong.
Because there was a bunch of women that fought for other countries in World War II. There's a bunch of women. They need to learn history.
I agree.
Yeah, it just was America didn't have a lot of women fighting in World War II.
No, but they didn't say that there was going to be American women fighting.
I go through fucking military studies all the time because that's part of my job. So I know exactly how the women roll in a lot of wars. There's women that fought in the Civil War pretending they were men.
Look up.
They have pictures.
One last thing I'll say. Look up the White Mouse. Okay, that woman killed German soldiers with her bare hands. In fact,
so I know.
I got one of them.
There's a Russian sniper that had the most kills in World War II than anyone else, and she was a female.
Yeah, it's just, so women had a big part. Everybody, you think we're gonna have all these major wars and women not be involved? It's just how it is. It's just reality. Fucking Spartans, them females would kick our ass.
But at the end of the day, they need to worry more about the pimp hats in the game and the dabbing and shit, before they need to worry about, inactive with women.
They don't talk about that. I guarantee this game's going to have a whole bunch of color skins and stuff, but you won't see them talk about realism and that.
Half of these kids complain probably don't even know when World War II happened, let alone fucking identifying with the historical accuracy. Number two, they play fucking zombies. In fucking that shit ain't stop it.
I got a question. I got a question for all of you. Right.
Within the Call of Duty community,
it's a goddamn video game. Why the fuck it gotta be real? Why?
It's fucking most of
it's a video game. It's for fucking fun. It's so we can get away, have a good time, get rid of the stress we had all fucking day. Why you gotta be? Why everybody gotta be bitching about shit? Why?
All night. That's the best. That all night. You're right, 100%. It's escapism. Video games is to escape the real world.
Exactly. Yeah, people need to stop. So why if you don't got females in there? Who gives a shit? Like Puerto Rock say, got zombies in there. Those aren't fucking real.
It's gonna have camo skins too. They didn't have camo skins back then.
Yeah, They have like real weird shit.
I think gamers are becoming so fucking pussified. They just got bitch about something. They just
That's
got
the entire
bitch.
world, though.
Now I like you, Damon. I like you.
There you go. I agree. I agree. Fucking some of these games are taking it too far, bro. With some complaining about everything. Like, shut the fuck up.
Every goddamn thing. Oh my god, they got no women in the studio helping make the game. They fucking sexist. Who gives a shit? Oh, she's only in the game. She's not showing enough skin. That's feminist.
My God.
Oh, she's in a bikini. That shit. Like when they did the shit for Metal Gear. Oh my God, why is she going around in a fucking shit?
Like, sniping. I'm like, it's not even a real person.
You know what I'm saying? It's not real.
It's not real. She's not really a she, and he's not really a he. It's just a digital image.
Exactly. So who really gives a shit?
You rearrange it.
Bro, you got an achievement called Bro versus Hoes. Oh my God, it's so sexist. Who gives a shit? Smash a chick in a goddamn. You kill a chick in a game. They give you a fucking trophy. Bro over hoes. It's fun. It's fucking fun. We gotta laugh out of it. Ha ha. Who gives a shit? Why you gotta be so goddamn serious?
Seriously, bro. So what you think, Resurrection? Oh, he left. No, he's here. What do you think, Resurrection?
No, I'm still here. I'm listening. What'd you say?
What you think about this? Female, you think it's a big issue? You think it's a big deal? You think gamers are being corny?
You talking about the bitches in Call of Duty?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about all of that. Call of Duty been trashed for at least 5 years. I don't even understand why people even give a fuck about it, to be honest. It does look like it's going to be a better game. I mean, yeah, I think they kind of going off of... I think they played us. They fucking played us. That's what they did. They gave us that shitty-ass Infinite Warfare. Then they said, okay, we're going to bring it back to World War II. I think they fucking played it. It does look like a better game. I don't see the whole hype. I don't think it matters if bitches are in the game or not. I really don't care.
Yo, Craig, what you think?
I agree with Fonz. There's women there's fought in World War II for different countries. And this big shout out there going back. I agree with Resurrection. It does look good. And I can't wait to play it in 4K 60 on Scorpio, even though the developers have never come out and said that.
This guy.
So
no one said anything about that.
Oh, okay. So you so now we hyping up these multiplats on the Scorpio. Okay.
They've been hyping up the multiplats. Rez, where you been?
That's all we got, Jesus. That's all we got.
Rez, man, I don't think you stay tuned to most of these people, man. That's all they've been hyping.
Resurrection, he said the funniest shit last week because Zaire and like they were all talking about fucking a fly's ass and
shit. Over here, bro. They over here spent 30 minutes.
No, Resurrection's like, so that's what we talking about. We talking about resolution on the fucking fly.
They spent 30 minutes analyzing a picture of a goddamn ladybug. On the Scorpio.
You guys gotta understand this, right?
I'm dying.
Some people just gotta grasp at anything.
A ladybug. We spent 30 minutes talking about the ladybug.
What was that joke Eddie Murphy made a couple of years ago? When you're fucking hungry, someone can give you a saltine and it tastes like a Ritz.
Bruh, I just had to say something. Finally, I was just like, are we seriously gonna sit here and talk about this fucking ladybug for 30 minutes?
I was there and I laughed my ass off when I heard that shit.
I mean, we're fucking games.
Rez, they spent the last 14 months talking about imaginary hardware they had no idea what it was about.
I mean, that shit is just distasteful.
Talking about ladybug, that's what's hot right now. Oh, I was dying.
That shit was straight up distasteful. I'm sorry. We spent 45 minutes talking about a goddamn ladybug on the Scorpio. I said this shit has reached a whole new low.
14 months doing the exact same thing, and they didn't even know what the specs were.
These motherfucking Xbox people have reached a whole new low. When you sitting here got a whole podcast talking about a goddamn ladybug, I'm done.
Look at hey. Don't fit everybody in the same goddamn thing.
Your leaders.
Listen, I prefer Xbox, but I ain't fucking
Damon. No bug. You can't say that because every Xbox YouTuber out there has spent 14 months talking about what's speculated to be in that console before we even got information.
Yo, I thought it was Ryse and Vega. We don't know.
We don't have
last year, fucking on the multiplayer podcast, right? When we were talking about this is like September before the Pro came out, and the rumors of Ryse and Vega. I just said one time, I'd be like, yo, I don't think it's gonna be Ryse and Vega because the console has to be almost ready. Well, what was that?
Vega?
Hey,
Listen.
do you have
The fact of the matter is this:
Everybody jumped on top of me. I was
the
like,
Xbox will be the most powerful console on the market for about the next 2 years. Who gives a shit? Right now, the most powerful console on the market is the PlayStation Pro. Who gives a shit? At the end of the day, hey, you buy your piece of plastic, you have fun with your piece of fucking plastic. Simple.
Y'all have
I don't
fun
need
with all them.
nobody to-
Y'all have fun with those
Goddamn.
multiplats.
Let's talk about the ladybug.
Y'all have fun with Battlefront 2. Y'all have fun with that.
he's like, yo, that's what's hot right now. A fucking ladybug. Yo, I was dying. Oh my god. It was like, you so disrespectful.
30 minutes on a goddamn ladybug. I said this shit. I'll never come back to this shit if they doing this. I'm sorry.
A picture of a ladybug. It
I'm
was
gonna send you a link for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That shit was fun. I enjoyed that shit. My man was killing it. Anyway, so all right, so we got that out the way. So anyway, ladies and gents, thanks for rocking out with us. I hope you enjoyed the latest edition of 60 Frames No Lag right here, where we talk about fucking Ryse and Halo for fucking 2 hours. All right, people.
And ladybugs. And
ladybugs and fucking watching strippers with cocaine and shit. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, before we leave, make sure y'all join Porter Rock's Discord.
Yeah, hey, my Discord is in the link.
His skills suck.
What's the name?
It's in the link. I have it in the link. And I have I need your guys' pass me. I got Damon, I need your info. Do you have a YouTube channel?
No.
Porter Rock, you don't have the link for the Discord in your descriptions.
No, I don't. Oh no, I do. It's just fucked up. Let me fix it right now.
No, I'm looking at it right now, bro.
I'm looking at it right now. It says join my Discord. Discord, whatever.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yo, how no one's gonna be able to copy that link, bro? What the fuck? Did you type that in there?
No, I didn't type it in there. I copy and paste, motherfucker.
That looks like you typed it in there, bro.
All right, copy and paste it from the link. Man, I know what I'm doing. Shit, I ain't that stupid. Hey. Sure? Oh shit, yo. Anyway, people, hey, thanks for rocking out. We out this motherfucker, all right? I know fucking Resurrection needs his fight guys and shit. You gotta get that burger.
Yeah, I need to get something to eat. And Pete Reaper about to have a heart attack.
Yo, he's about to do a live video ping on something and shit. All right, people.
Oh, that's
Yeah, be good, all right? Take care, man. Have a good night. And to the panel members, thank you so much for showing up. Peace.
Thanks for the invite.
Hey, thanks for the invite. Thanks for having me.
Hoorah.